I was like, all right, come on.
Let that drop.
Come in.
No drop.
That was good.
Got me.
Fake this out with the drop. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, that's some classic era music there.
I was like, wanting that to happen.
Yeah, no, something.
Oh my god. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Strange Herd podcast. I'm your wonderful and hopefully lovable host, Jared Monday. We're doing a little outside session because we have a very special guest, the one and only Mr. Yassine here.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing?
Oh,
Good to see
dude,
you.
it's good. Thank you for coming and joining us
Thanks for having
outside. Oh, hold on. I'm going to start the, before I forget, I'm going to start the 1 minute timer just so we're 1 minute, right?
Yeah, you're good.
We'll see how long we can go without saying anything bad.
Huh.
But
yeah,
either way, so just to go get things started, this is our third episode. So far, so good. And like I said, I'm your host, Jared Monday, the musician extraordinaire, and just relative crazy person for doing this.
Facts.
We got Oz. Do you want to tell the world a little bit about yourself to introduce
yeah.
you?
I'm the one that brings the unique perspective to the podcast episodes that we do, and little by little, I'll be revealing more and more about myself. So no need to worry.
Spoiler alert, he's a pilot.
Yeah, he's a pilot.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
so that's one thing that was.
You'll
good.
see on episode
Pretty
2 of the Trumley Bay one where he flies us out to
Yes,
Savannah.
yes.
And then, of course, we got the wild card of the bunch,
That's what they call me.
Mr. Banana Man.
Hello,
What do you have
hello.
to say to the world today?
If every pork chop was perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs.
Hold up.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thanks.
Oh,
Thanks.
my God. Well, cool. Oh, cool. We already got a minute in without doing anything bad. So
Yeah.
let's fucking go, boys.
Yeah, let's do it.
So one cool thing about Yassine is that he is Egyptian
Yeah,
and a hookah connoisseur.
to some extent. Yeah.
Technically, he's African American.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about this before the show. Am I or am I not allowed to use the hard R?
Answer's yes.
Comment and let us know. All the white kids. Yeah, bro. Oh my God.
First of all, also let us know if you actually know what hard R is, because me, the
Being the innocent angel
naive
that you
one,
are.
I did not know what it was.
Tell
Or
us,
do
tell,
not know what it was.
tell us what you thought it was.
I thought it was the whole hardy har.
Yeah.
So,
That's pretty hard R. Yeah, to me.
of hard
A lot of hard R's.
God bless.
this is one of those moments where the Southern grandma say, "Bless your heart."
Bless your heart.
Uh-huh.
God. So you seen with hookah,
Yeah.
like, how would you, if you met someone and you like they had no idea what a hookah was?
Yeah.
Like, how would you explain a hookah to them?
Oh, okay. We're in America?
Yeah, like you.
Okay. It's a water bong with tobacco. There you go.
Yeah, I could have said it better myself.
Okay.
And it is not strictly used for marijuana.
It's almost exclusively not used. for
Exactly.
marijuana.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
fun factors that I keep messing up.
yeah.
but-
That's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, man, and hopefully the goal that you're telling me from our friendship, I remember you guys,
Yeah.
you and Oz were looking into getting maybe a hookah lounge going.
Yeah, we tried. The guy didn't really want to sell at a fair price. And
First try.
Yeah,
It's just
first try. You know,
first no.
someday.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to move this here because I want to lean
Because you
back.
can.
Because I can.
Because you can.
Your body, your choice.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness, man. But yeah, I mean, was it well, and culturally, like this is strict. Like I always grew up thinking it was an Arabian thing, like something like from like like Iran, Iraq, Qatar, like around that area.
well, yeah. I mean, I would almost consider those almost not Arabian, right? Because
Yeah.
Iran and Iraq they have their own like kind of separate
Yeah.
cultures, but yeah, kind of Middle East vibe. Like
Yeah.
if you think of a sheikh in Saudi Arabia, like you're gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Well, because I mean, like I only got exposed to it because I went on a mission trip
Yeah.
over, and that was the thing. Everyone, like a bunch of people went to Jordan, and they came
Yeah.
back, and they were like, "Dude, you gotta do hookah."
Dude, these Christian people are doing a great job converting for Islam.
Dude, I mean, like come on.
Is that why you put the quotes around mission
I mean,
trip?
dude, how much of a vacation, I mean, a mission trip could it be if, we're staying in a hotel? I'm not saying you need to rough it, but I mean, our goal is to make relationships with the high school kids. And we ran an English teaching center. You don't want me fucking teaching anybody English, god dang. Like, I mean, this podcast, like, just maybe really try to reel on the like as buts, or hey, the grammatical errors that I have not noticed until I heard my own like dumbass talk on a fucking live camera.
Could you just imagine some Jordanian kid with Jared's accent?
Oh my!
I would love that. I'd love that. That's like an Asian person with a Jamaican accent. I'm just like, yes.
That would be hilarious.
I saw that
Or a
video.
Mexican person with an Asian accent.
Dude,
That's even better.
I saw.
That's the same thing, dude.
I
What do
saw.
you mean?
I saw a legitimate video about a white kid, a white missionary that was born in China, and then he came back to America, but he learned English in China I think he looked like he was like 14, maybe 16. And he was a white kid that had a legitimate.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
he
saw
was.
that
I'm not
video.
going to do the accent
exactly
because that's
what you're
apparently wrong.
Is it?
Is it?
No.
Anyway,
Go
so
ahead.
We need to
Then
ask-
save
we need to
yourself.
ask
Let's hit the.
our-
Is it
our
racist
buddy.
gong?
there we go. All right.
It might be racist.
It depends. Are you on stage at a comedy center?
Yeah.
Comedy show.
No. But I mean, like that was the funniest thing. Like this, a group of kids I remember when I was a sophomore came back. They were seniors from Jordan, and then they all started smoking hookah. And they're like, "No, this is the culture. This is the way people like. This is coffee to these people."
It's like going to China in the 60s and being like, man, that opium that I tried is like, you
That's
gotta,
what I was.
it's a cultural thing. You gotta
you
try
go.
it.
It's the
Yeah, I
bee's
was-
knees.
I was just like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Makes me wonder what the thing is in Pakistan. I think like hookah is pretty common in Pakistan too, but I feel like it's not as
So-
common.
Pakistan has like a lot of cultural similarities to India. I mean, they used to be, so they smoke hookah, but they have this flavor. It's called like pan, or it's ras pan.
Yeah.
It's a food, but it I don't know. To me, it tastes like baby powder. But you eat it because it clears up your sinuses and you can smell everything. It's like really clearing.
And it's tobacco.
Well, so pan ras is a food, but they
okay.
make a tobacco flavor of it. It's like they make mango shisha. They make
I got you.
apple
That,
shisha.
yeah,
They
sorry.
can put mint there, and like I mean, you can get them from like any little Indo box store. Like they'll
Yep.
sell them fresh made, and you'll see them roll them right there, and then you put 'em
Yeah,
all
and you
in
like
your
you
mouth.
just chew on it. It's it's like a seed, I think, right? Or
Something. I think it's a leaf.
it's a leaf.
It's
and,
wrapped
yeah.
in a leaf.
Man, a friend of mine that's from Pakistan, his mother asked me to go to one of those stores because she needed some very specific, like, spices that aren't at a Walmart.
It sounds like when your girlfriend asks you to go to the store to
Tampon.
get Tampax. You're like, which one?
Well, like, his mom sent me specific pictures. Like, this is the one. Don't.
Oh, that's helpful. That's helpful.
Yeah, I was like, well, of course, I need it.
Right?
Everything's in Arabic or one of the.
It's Urdu.
Urdu?
Or-
Yeah, Urdu.
yeah.
But which is very similar to Arabic.
Yeah.
Like
It
the way
looks-
it's written is very similar.
To me, it's all squiggly Star Wars letters. I mean, it's. Like I'm not gonna be able to pick that out, but I eventually match up all the pictures and I walk to the front, and well, what was really funny is me, I'm a happy guy, like hey, I say hi to people,
Yeah.
and then I said hi and waved to this two elderly women in like full burqa, and I was like, fuck, probably not supposed to even look.
Oh
at
no,
them.
you can.
No,
you're
can-
fine.
They were looking at me like, what am I doing here?
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
that makes sense.
yeah. No, you can wave as long as you just don't like go under and try to see their hair.
Or that time you.
I was thinking about
go
it.
there and lift it up and be like, oh.
Yeah, you don't get to unwrap those.
Yeah.
Like you gotta respect them. But what was so funny is the clerk looked at like what I was buying, looked at me, gave me that.
He's like, how does this kid know?
Or the time you
Like-
had to go pick up that order.
Yeah,
For
you
me.
used your real name. That's very. I'm just kidding. It's not very, but it's and it's like you're not. You don't look like the guy I went to pick up his food, and he's looking at me, reading the order, reading the name, and you do not look like the name on this order. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm his friend.
He's trying to expand my cultural horizons.
There you go.
So how old were you when you first started? Like, what was your first hookah?
I was a really good kid. Yeah, that's my smoker's voice comes out, right? I was a really good kid until I turned 18, and then like I turned 18 the day before I graduated high school, right?
Okay.
At college, that would have been something. But
Yeah.
high school. So I turn 18, I graduate. Literally like 3 days later, my best friend when I was in high school, his name was Nick. He was like, we should go to Stone Mountain and smoke some cigars.
Okay.
And so we did. and they were great because I knew nothing about cigars, and they were like chocolate flavored. And I was like, I could get behind that.
It was palatable.
For everybody listening, I've evolved into real cigars, just so you know.
He has,
But-
very well has.
But yeah, so I did that, and then he introduced me to somebody, and I smoked 3 hookahs in the first 2 days. I started smoking hookah, and I had wild nicotine poisoning the second day.
God.
Oh my
And,
goodness.
Like, I just went home and threw up, and I was like, I'm not doing that ever again.
Dude.
And yeah, 3 years later, a year and a half later, I transferred colleges, and then I started working at a hookah lounge,
Oh my God.
and that was fun.
Man, there was a hookah lounge. I think, was it you and me? No. Somebody.
Yeah, up in Snellville.
The one over by the old Sugarloaf? That one or the
No, the cigar house.
yeah, the cigar. No, I'm talking about hookah.
Are
Yeah,
you
but
talking
they had
about
hookah there.
over by the college?
Yeah.
Anatolia.
Oh,
Anatolia.
Anatolia.
Dude, so it hasn't always been Anatolia, right?
No, it's been Anatolia for quite
No, there
a
was
while,
this.
though.
I don't want to talk shit, but there was this one hookah place across the street from Discover Mills.
It was like
Off the
it's
hook?
an African place. I know what you're talking. There's an African place over there, and then there was off the hookah as well. But there are 2 separate places.
Off the hookah was behind the Zaxby's and stuff.
I wouldn't go there, but you
Yeah,
know.
no, I wouldn't either. Dude, I went there when it was
Listen.
brand new, thinking it was cool.
yeah.
And dude, I had how many times I should have known, because first off, they had the quick light coals.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, listen, there are Arabs who love those, right? Like everybody has their
They're
own
convenient.
taste.
They're convenient.
Yeah, I just don't like smoking like lighter fluid, you know. So
Well, it's funny you say that, because a friend of mine, his sister and her friends came over
Yeah.
right after we had our party the
Yeah.
next day, and they brought a hookah, and it was just, they were doing their best. They were trying, but it was just your stuff.
I appreciate it.
It was just
Especially when you're like new to it and you're in
Yeah.
college or whatever. Especially back then when the smoking age was 18. Like we
Yeah.
grew up in that era,
yeah, that's
right?
true.
So
It's 21 now, right?
yeah, it's 21 everywhere.
Yeah, the
so
funny thing is it
I
became
mean, if
21.
you want to get
I
federal
think.
funding, yeah.
I think
So-
it became 21 the year my brother turned 19 or something.
Nice. Well, and there was no like retroactive about it. It was
No,
just
it
like
was just, yeah.
if you're
It's
19
happening.
and you've been smoking cigarettes and
Then
you're
you
a
gotta
heavy
stop.
chain smoker, you can't buy them anymore.
So
like next day. Which whatever, I don't care.
It's
But
like it'd be hard to make it retro. Like, how do you? Well, you just do the year. So if you turn 19,
Yeah.
then there's
yeah, you only screwed over 3 years. of
Dude,
people.
I think we should definitely amend the, if you're an active service member that's 18, I think you should be able to fucking drink and smoke.
Oh, it happens all the time.
I mean, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are certain branches that still frown upon it.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. But I feel like
majority
if you're
of
just
them,
like an enlisted dude in the
they
military,
don't care.
like
Just
it's
18.
it's the same as being in college, right? You're going off and exploring and finding yourself,
Yeah, like-
and like doing whatever you want.
During training, maybe it's a bit like it's like more strict. But once
Yeah.
you're done with training,
I could get behind that.
then you're
I just feel bad. Like your buddy the other day, that
Yeah.
was 20, and he was in the military, and he's
Yeah.
just like, I can't do anything.
I kept calling him the wrong name.
What was his name?
Exactly.
Matt.
Matt? What'd you keep
Yeah.
calling him?
Pretty sure I called him like Chris and Josh, and I was searching for something, and I would look
Generic
around-
white name.
generic
Yeah,
white
white-
names
yeah.
because
Hey, Hunter.
that's what that
Yeah.
was. That's what that was.
Hey, Jake.
He's 20. He wasn't a person yet. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, the organization I volunteer for today. So like normally they're wearing like their name tags and everything, but today it was like the
Playtime.
physical fitness stuff. So nobody
Yes.
was wearing any name tags. So I had to write down their run times, and I haven't been around them enough to know their names. So the one of them walks up to me. She's like, "It's like the whitest name I have. It's the whitest name there." So I'm
Kara.
like, going down the list. I'm like, if I see it, I'll get it.
Crystal.
Smith.
Oh,
yeah, they all go
last
by last
names.
name. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Smith. Abigail.
I'm surprised you didn't go to the TED line and be like Becky Lynn, Becky. You know?
Yeah, no, it's one of those two names. Ends with
Yeah.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Man, I don't trust people that have like those 2 first names and one.
The hyphenated thing.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh.
There's only one person that I trusted, and I met her in New Orleans, and her name was Anime.
No.
She didn't watch anime until
shitting me.
she didn't watch anime.
Stripper?
No,
Just person.
Yeah.
Anna May.
anime. But I met her boyfriend first because like, dude, I like your shirt.
Oh,
Something
man,
to do
this-
with mushrooms. I was wearing a Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. He's like, yeah, well, let me tell you, my girlfriend, her name's Anime. She didn't like anime. She started dating me. Now she loves it.
Okay.
God.
So he's like a spokesperson.
She found herself,
Tia.
right?
Yeah, no, she
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
She did. She's all a part of it. Like,
Literally.
Oh my gosh, that's goals.
yeah.
That's
Literally having the name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's like, oh, Jared, your initials spell out jam and you're a musician. It's like, it must be that way. So she must like anime. It would, God.
See, I didn't think
by
that
those
when I saw
rules.
your initials. I'm thinking just like jam, like spread jam.
But by those rules, my name would be Yum, and I would love food, right?
Yum. Well, I mean, you got to eat it to live.
I guess.
God.
I think I should, say-
Possibly.
I don't even know. if my
Science is still out.
initials- I'm just saying, my initials are ass, literally.
Whoa, man.
Yeah.
So what? You're an ass man?
No, that's just why he's
To
brown.
be determined.
To be
To be
To be
determined
determined.
by his.
No, by the podcasting community.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's like.
It's like when you go through a certain kind of training where like your classmates get to decide your call sign. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be one of those things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Godly. Man.
The,
It's,
the podcasting community can decide.
well, Banana Man's Banana Man. There's no changing
Yes,
that.
there's no change.
Thank you.
I mean,
Actually, let me ask you: do you guys know the difference between jam and jelly?
Seeds?
no. I know the answer. But
Marmalades and spread. And
Is it
I know
like
there's
something
no, just let
stupid?
him. No,
Is it something stupid like jelly doesn't actually have to have fruit in it?
something like that.
You can't jelly your dick inside your girlfriend's butt. Exactly.
Was
Exactly.
that the joke on the Friends episode that Joey and or gave to like Monica and that was like, I'm not talking to you? Oh no, that was How I Met Your Mother. The one that joke that Barney told Lily, and then Lily was like, I'm not talking to you, and it was something about jam or jelly.
and,
I don't know.
I don't know. You have watched How I Met Your Mother twice through now, right?
But they never revealed it.
oh yeah.
So they let the audience basically like decide, and then there's some like forums out there that like
what was the joke?
predicted it. Yeah,
Okay.
but I didn't know if that was. I don't know if you had heard about that.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm not into How I Met Your Mother conspiracy theories, so
I grew up
Oh,
playing
it's not-
video games, so I never
Oh,
watched TV.
that's fair.
I mean, you know what sucks is I didn't get into the office until I actually started working in an office, which is the worst time to actually watch the Office series.
Right, because it gives you unreal expectations.
yeah, you think you're the Jim,
Yeah.
and you're like, no, you're fucking Kevin, dude. Like you're walking in and spilling a
Listen,
bowl of chili
To
someday.
be fair,
Did you have a
he's a
Pam
musician.
in the office?
Huh?
Did you have a Pam? Did you have your Pam in the office?
Legally, I'm not allowed to say.
Yeah.
Oh.
You did have one. Okay.
Legally, I will not say.
There you go. There's some
Smart
lines
man.
here we don't cross.
I mean, dude, I'm just saying. Not saying anything. I'm just saying. But man, I just think it's insane how, like, going back, trying to get back on track here. Like
It's hookahs and
Hookah's
Yeah.
trying to see how we could tie it together, but
no, I mean like
oh,
yeah,
it was the off the hookah story.
yeah, off the hookah, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I went in there when it was brand new, and I thought it was all cool to be. Oh yeah, I went to the hookah lounge, and me and my friend smoked hookah, and went in there, and there's all these people. Looking back, being a completely novice, not knowing anything about hookah, I mean, these ladies are walking around just lighting the coals and putting them straight on. They're not letting them like get hot. Like there was just so many things, and then twice I had the coals dropped on me.
Oh,
And then after like 4 or 5 weeks, I go back and I notice all the couches have holes on them, and like it's just not,
Fumbles.
And then the third straw was me and my buddy Tyler go there, and it's packed. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the Heat's game on. What's it right now?
Heat game's on, and they're doing a weird 4-section thingy. Oh, it's a commercial.
We'll check back in on the Heat.
Banana Man is a Heat fan.
Go Heat.
FYI.
Heat and 6.
Kurt,
Yeah.
are you Miami? Or are you Miami?
Miami.
Yeah, we got a Kurt's going to be on the pod one of these days. I think when
You
we
think
do
Pitbull was
the
at that game?
You said what?
Pitbull was at the game.
in
If
Miami.
you don't shut up. No, kidding.
Wait,
He
what?
might be.
What does Pitbull have to do with the Heat?
Didn't he do a song and then he's like Miami? Like I forget, there was a song that
Lots
oh,
of.
I mean, yeah, he's
the
from
king
there.
of Miami.
International Man or something, and then
Mr.
Mr.
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
International man.
I'm an international man. I say all the words all the way through. Dude, I will give Pitbull one credit though. The best line I think I ever heard. He's like, I wanted to work so hard that when you typed in Pitbull, my face came up instead of the dog.
Hey,
That's beautiful.
And I can respect that.
that is respect. That is
It
respect.
is. It is.
But yeah. So we're the third straw for me though at this place was me and my friend Tyler going. Tyler's big like Banana Man,
Yeah.
like tall, wide, not as many bunches of bananas, but he's just a big dude, and I'm not small, but I'm not like tall. And short, little stompy guy, muscle hamster. And they're like, oh.
Muscle hamster looking for his muscle mommy.
Yeah, two muscle mommies. I'm available.
Yes.
I will work out to
Do
win.
you
your
have a
love.
height limit?
No,
I know
want
there are some guys who are like, oh, I won't date anybody who's over like 5'3".
Dude, that look.
But you
It's
yeah.
borderline like breeding fetish. I'm like, we could make an NFL star.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a push-up limit?
A what?
A push-up
Push-up.
limit. Like,
At least gotta be able to do 10.
all right. Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's good. That's
That's not bad for
That's not bad.
dude. That's great. Okay, so I sent out this meme. I don't know if you guys got it, but I sent it out, and it was like, all right, gun to your head. Can your girl do 5 push-ups to save your life?
Yeah.
I got.
Yeah.
Can she?
Yeah.
Okay, I believe you.
His wife's kind of a baller.
Well, I mean,
believe you.
she's like she'll spend like 2 hours or an hour working out, and then she'll spend 2 hours studying
Yeah.
every day.
Dang.
And I think she does like yoga, right? She has a yoga mat.
Well, she doesn't do yoga. She just uses it so she just doesn't have to, because the laminate
Oh,
floors are hard or
yeah.
whatever. So,
I did not know that she worked out. That's
Yeah.
No,
awesome.
she does. She's got
yeah,
kettlebells and the
dude, she's
whole-
lost like 20 pounds over the last 6 months or something. She's been doing good.
I just never see. That's
Yeah.
fine, dude.
It is what it is.
Congratulations. though.
Like, yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I know. I married lucky.
Dude, I'm just so glad you had Oz in your wedding.
Yeah, that was fun.
Same.
yeah.
That was fun.
Same.
I
I
still
wa-
can't. I still can't believe that people gasp when I like mentioned the whole
Oh,
the gun thing.
Like, I'm like,
no, it
how-
wasn't the
you
gun thing. It was the. Was it the gun thing?
yeah, because I think some people were, yeah, they're like, did he
Yeah, I've
just
got
say
liberals in
that?
my family. Sorry, everybody.
Like,
You
did
know,
he
it is what
really
it
just
is.
say
You love them no matter what.
Of course, even if they don't love you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Show them the way.
Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
God, man. I just felt so stupid because I just didn't have a suit at the time. It was in Florida. And I was like, oh shit. I don't want to look like a fucking bum at Yassine's wedding.
You should have just brought your guitar. Everybody would have thought you were part of the band.
Oh yeah, that actually
true.
would have been a
That's
great
true.
idea.
I think we did talk about that.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, Oz came up with it, and he's like, "You should try this." And I'm like, "At his wedding, I already feel bad that Anna's going to kill me for wearing a white blazer."
No, please, man, you're good.
Dude,
That whole night was such a blur. You'll find out on your wedding night, but it's like a blur, man. You're doing so many other things that you're not focused on.
Yeah, there was
any
so
individual
much that,
person. Like we had to go to 15 tables to go say hi to everybody. and,
True. Yeah, you
know,
had to make your rounds.
sure.
So
Can we talk about her mother,
yeah,
Oh, no, her grandmother.
her grandmother?
One that
Yeah.
everybody thought- yeah.
So, ladies and
Alright.
gentlemen, does
Yeah.
anyone hear that staticky?
Yeah, I hear that.
Let's
go.
Okay.
All right.
I may have been stepping in water.
That's
I
all
just
right.
moved my foot, so-
But yeah, what was so funny and scary. It's funny now looking back on it. But you guys waited 2 years. You got married and then waited 2 years to have the ceremony.
So we had our ceremony we went to the Cobb County Courthouse. We just got married, and then we waited. We're just like, let's get married and just go ahead and do that, and then we'll worry about paying for a wedding later,
Dude.
right? Because we're both in college at that point. So, or she had just left college and I was still in college, but basically we get married. We have this wedding 3 years later, and my wife's grandma shows up, and my wife's Indonesian. So my wife's grandma flies from Indonesia. This is like an octogenarian woman who's very frail.
Very.
She
Very
was like
frail.
90.
90.
Oh, she
And flew all the way from Indonesia, you said?
I thought she's like 80,
Oh,
88
okay.
or something like that. But yeah, deep into her octogenarian stage.
Yes.
And it's like Bernie Sanders mode, or So anyway, sorry. Anyway, so
Feel the burn.
basically, I voted for him in the primary in 2016. It's funny. But anyway, she shows up, and then like my wife's family kind of show up a little bit late, but they kind of sit in the back. And so my grandmother walks up, and basically they put her on this chair. Like they had to carry her to this chair. Barely made it. She just got off a plane for like 18 hours or whatever from Indonesia
Yeah.
with like a 4-hour layover. So basically she was trying to do stuff for
Exhausted.
24 hours. Yeah. And she sat down on the chair and put her head on somebody. Can't remember who'd she put her. I can't remember.
I don't know, but I thought she fucking died.
Yeah, everybody thought she was dead, man.
I thought
thought she was dead. My wife was like, "Oh, really? People thought that?" Like I wasn't even paying attention. I was so focused
yeah.
on like just doing that. But to
she
be
was
fair,
too-
she walked down.
Yeah,
right?
she was
So,
like, too-
Yeah.
The ceremony didn't start until
Yeah.
we made sure.
yeah, and then somebody like shook her, and she woke up and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Dude, I legitimately, she was 2 rows behind me, and I saw her kind of veer off to sit down for like take
yeah.
a break down the aisle. I was like, oh fuck, this is it.
oh, she's a sweet lady,
I
but
bet.
man,
She's a
once you get up
trooper.
into your upper 80s, it's not much you can do about staying awake.
I mean,
you know?
That is amazing. I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah.
Bro, I was terrified. I literally thought she died, and I just thought, no, it's her day. It's not your day.
Did you guys know that I was the best dancer at that wedding?
Yes.
All right, cool. As long as you
I
guys
don't
know.
know. I had
no.
nice moves too.
I was no, I
I
was
did
awesome.
some nice moves.
I had the. No, you had
Dawes,
nice
while
moves.
your moves were nice, your contribution was much more valuable on the wedding side.
Yep.
We'll put it that way.
Yeah,
That's
true,
right.
that's true.
Yeah.
Banana
He's got
Oh,
genetic-
Banana
he's got
Man.
the
Sorry,
genes
sorry.
that
Mark.
Yeah.
But for those of you who didn't know, I had Achilles surgery, and I was in a cast and just had a scooter, and I was like, I'm gonna tear up this dance
His
floor.
dance moves were-
Literally.
And then you were gonna do some dancing, and then the DJ changed the song, and then everybody was like, "What are you doing?"
What are you doing, DJ?
So
He's
you
like,
did change it back.
You dropped the ball.
it was beautiful.
I mean, man, that's the funniest part about being a wedding band is such an interesting gig. And I mean, I don't blame people. Like, I didn't take it personally that you didn't ask, but
I think that was more up to his wife.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
fair.
My wife wanted a DJ, and she was
Yeah.
just like,
which is respectable, especially because I mean, the reason you pay big bucks for wedding bands is because they have to be adaptable.
well, I mean, all of our music in our wedding was like 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah, you know what? Had the 60s and 70s had a lot of bands.
No, fair. But I mean, like,
I
it
know,
was,
I know.
it was like
I know.
Michael
It's not helping.
Jackson, and it was like,
Yeah, we can play that.
okay.
Yeah, no, just but it's funny because
For your second wife, since you're Muslim.
exactly for when Anna signs off on that. Like,
Oh yeah, she said if I make $1 million a year,
Technically, she doesn't have to.
That's a goal.
Islamically, she
that's a
doesn't
goal.
have
No,
to.
I listen. She can. Yeah, fair, but she's
But it'd be
enough.
fair.
Let's
Yeah,
put it
she's
that way.
enough.
She's great.
Yeah, yeah.
I love her. She's the love of my life, but she's enough.
clip it. We'll send it to her.
I love it.
How's she feel about the hookah stuff? I mean, if you
Oh, she wants me to quit so bad.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
what
when
it
you
is.
start the hookah lounge, what's she gonna do?
Well,
She's gonna be real upset when you make $1 million a year from
Yeah,
the hookah
right,
lounge to get a
yeah.
second wife.
Yeah, you just have to. I'm just gonna have to tell her, like, yeah, I go and I smoke maybe like a hookah a week or something like that.
Wait, did she clarify if she wanted $1 million in profit or $1 million in revenue? Two
there-
very different numbers.
Yeah, no, yeah.
One
for
is
sure.
much more closer.
Revenue is much easier.
Yeah, I
to
could.
get.
If I start a business tomorrow, I could probably do $1 million in revenue
Oh, there you
next
go.
year.
Yeah.
Second wife.
And God, man. So you guys want to know a fun fact on today's music history?
Please.
In 2005, do you know what the #1 song in the UK was today?
Oh man. In 2005, something about the Backstreet Boys. I have no idea. No idea.
It's an internet song.
Friday.
There's no way it's
no,
Opa
Friday
Gangnam
didn't
Style.
come out in 2000.
No.
No,
That's
that's
way
like
later, right?
20
Way later.
Yeah,
something.
that came out.
Was it the Nyanya Cat song?
No.
Close.
Close.
No, it couldn't have been that.
Is it I'm a Goofy Goober? No. It's the Gummy Bear song.
Oh, I hated that
Oh my
one.
God.
No.
Gummy bear.
The German version was better.
That sounds like the Barbie girl song. I'm a Barbie. Like
Probably was a
gummy, gummy.
I bet that one was pretty popular.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it was like earlier than 2005.
yeah. So according to onthisdayinmusic.com, in 2005, Crazy Frog.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Crazy Frog.
Oh wait.
Wow.
Never mind. I thought of a
Yeah.
completely different Crazy
Axel,
Frog.
or this is Crazy Frog by Axel F.
Yeah, Axel
No.
F. That's the internet meme song.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not the frog that goes. Who's just like. Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
okay.
that one.
The one who's like
Okay.
beatboxing and he's like riding an invisible.
Hey, I'm just glad we won the war, boys.
Yeah. You know what did bother me about the Crazy Frog video is you could totally see his dick. Like,
That's what bothered you.
yeah, the music was fire.
Listen, Jared.
Well, it's because he's writing.
You just got to be more secure in your sexuality, man.
Look, no, it wasn't that. It was more the physics of it. He is riding on an invisible motorbike of some sort, and it's still just flapping in the wind. Like,
Lance
listen, it's got
Armstrong.
he just has a gas tank that's been cut out in the middle. That's
Yeah.
all.
Sebastian, back me up. That
came straight to me, and then I saw a penis.
Have you ever considered that you didn't see the penis beforehand and just now noticed
I was
it?
a very observant.
You guys
still
all
am
went to the
very
same high
observant.
school.
Yeah.
Okay.
He knows
I went to the
Very
opposite
child.
high school, like the rival high school.
The P-View?
Yes.
Parkview.
Well, you guys got to win a few to be declared rivals. So
They had that one string of like 3 championships.
Listen, we came out with
before we existed.
Yeah, back there.
Oh, okay,
back
yeah,
there.
yeah,
yeah, we
remember
came up
that.
with the 3rd or 4th best school name where we at song. So just remember that.
Oh my
Parky
god.
came up with a song.
Exactly.
So for those
when-
who might
when that-
not know what they're talking about, the high school that I attended, I played on the football team, and there was a
He
very
was captain of
popular.
the football team.
That was not that year, but
It was Grayson came out the song about you guys. right?
yeah,
Yes.
Grace had
Yeah.
made the song, and then we made the retaliating song, which
Dude,
I feel like
everybody's gonna know what high school because it's a super popular song.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
it was
played
on the
radio
news.
Yeah.
this morning.
It was
Brooklyn
on the
Radio.
news.
We talked
Yeah.
about the high school in the other episodes.
I think that was the lost episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the last episode.
Now I want to bring it
not
back
the episode of Lost. It's just an episode that we decided to scrap.
because we were learning how to do audio.
Yes.
And some people that are listening is like, sounds like you still fucking are, bud.
If anybody wants to donate any of their services for audio engineering, please do.
Or
You're trying to take away my job already? What the fuck?
come on, you're gonna
Or
take away his
training for Seabass. Sorry, that's better.
We need some interns for Seabass. That's what we need. Some people for him
Some
to boss.
AIDS.
Yeah,
Some AIDS.
Seabass just needs to get AIDS, man.
AIDS.
God. Oh, but fuck.
Wait, how'd you spell it? I'm sorry.
AIDS.
is that right? I don't
No.
even know.
Yeah, because AIDS is AIDS. AIDS.
It just depends on whether you make it capital or not. Can we look that up?
Check that. You know, this gong is from Japan, actually,
Oh,
or Korea.
another mission
That's
trip?
racist.
Another mission trip?
No,
Oh.
my grandfather stole it when he was over there.
It's all the same squiggles to Jared.
So it's authentic.
It's very authentic.
The beauty of American imperialism.
Yeah, bro. Gotta love it.
I think Trevor Noah has a joke about that, like how the British took over India. They just came over one day
Yeah.
and they were
Said, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. They literally just came over and they're like, okay, we're gonna settle down. You guys are gonna learn this language, and we're gonna take all your property, and it was just the whole.
And when they gave it back, how'd they do?
To be fair, the British have probably given back more land than anybody in the world.
That's
Yeah.
the one thing that does surprise me about the Brit. Like, remember, you've heard the saying, "The sun once never set." on
Oh
the
yeah, the
British
sun
side."
never sets on
Wow.
the British Empire.
That shit blows my mind because it was legitimately true for
Yeah.
how long was that? A couple. It was not like that long before they started to, like giving things up.
I mean, I don't know what the year was they invaded India, but it says India, and then it would have been somewhere around like this, right or before the Civil War or Revolutionary War for sure,
Yeah.
right?
Well, even though they're mostly sovereign nations now, but those same nations still recognize the monarch. of
Yeah,
course.
they still have the queen on
some
the.
of them, yeah.
Oh, dude, they got to reprint all that fucking money now.
It's like the Sultan of
Yeah.
Brunei doesn't live in Brunei.
don't they have to
Yeah,
reprint the money for they have the
India?
kings-
No, India always had rupees.
No. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the UK. Don't they have to
And those
redo
other
the
ones.
like-
They won't reprint, or yeah, so they'll print new money, but the old money will still be fine for circulation.
Oh, good.
So
Yeah.
Now they're collecting.
it's not like the queen dies and all of your money becomes worthless, right?
Well, yeah, no,
It's
no.
like, yeah, that would suck.
That would just be funny if
Yeah.
That would suck.
like
Yeah.
you hold on to that $50 pound note or whatever it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
as you should.
Like-
You should.
Whatever happened to Harriet Tubman being on the 50?
It's still happening. They started this year with
Minting
printing
it?
them.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
I was like, oh. It was just funny because Hamilton the musical is what saved Hamilton.
Mm.
They're like, we can't get rid of Hamilton. The musical was so good.
And they made him a vaguely ethnic guy. Yeah, it was.
Isn't oh god, what's his name?
Yeah, I know, but he's a Hispanic guy, right?
I mean, dude, my liberal ass girlfriend at the time showed it to me, and I was in love. It was a great.
Hamilton is great, man. It was really good.
It was
done
accurate,
really well.
and like a bunch of the guys that might be like, you're not going to be very historic. They were on. They were top notch on.
The one musical that I still to this day will remember was the Phantom of the Opera. Saw
Yeah.
it at the Fox Theater. I was able to get tickets to it.
How old?
Amazing.
How old were you?
This was when I was in college. I think I was sophomore.
Okay,
so
yeah.
22, 23. It was.
I think I was like 14 when I went and saw my first musical. It was Lion King at the
Like-
Fox.
Classic.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
one musical I would love for us to all to go see is the Book of Mormon.
Say it. Yep.
The Book of
Yeah.
Mormon.
Yes.
The Book of fucking Mormon.
We
dude.
should
You know-
watch it in Utah. I'm pretty sure there's some church that has a recurring.
Oh no, they'll ban you. It's like so
Yeah.
sacrilegious, right?
Oh wow.
I just want everyone to know that Kurt has his hand on his dick and is peeing outside right now.
Well, do we know if he wants his name revealed?
Kurt, do you want everyone to know your name's Kurt?
I'll tell. Yeah.
Okay,
AJ.
Kurt is now AJ.
Okay.
Even though we don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, I mean he's an unlocked character. We haven't unlocked him yet.
Exactly.
Buy your next season of Battle Pass. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Send us some more Bitcoin, and
Right.
then we can unlock it.
Let's
Some
do.
more Bitcoin. When are you guys getting paid? It's like that meme. It's like, you guys are getting paid?
You guys are getting paid? I thought you just gave your money to the Bitcoin gods and it just that was your
What
sacrifice.
movie
Yeah.
was that from? Jason Sudeikis.
Meet the Millers. We're the Millers.
Yeah.
Something like
We're the Millers.
I've never actually
Yeah.
seen the movie. I just seen the meme.
No,
No,
it's
it's,
funny.
it's funny.
I would say
Like
that's a
Jennifer
solid
Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston start off, yeah.
Well, I mean, Jennifer Aniston in a movie, it's like automatically a 5, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But the guy that plays Ted Lasso's in there, he did a great job.
Yeah. Jason
Jason Sudeikis? Yeah, I think that's his name. But man, the best scene, and I don't want to spoil this to anybody, but
like-
the best scene
It's
was
been like 10 years, right?
yeah. I mean, if you haven't seen it, it's on you guys. But the best scene was the scene where he gets bit on the nuts by the spider,
Yes.
and you.
Never seen it, so
Well, the
I'm not a
funny
movie guy.
the funny part is it's like a PG-13.
PG-13. Yeah.
So it's a PG-13 movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you know you
But
go.
they'll let you drop one F-bomb in a PG-13 movie.
They didn't drop an F-bomb, but you did get to see his swollen soccer ball sized nuts.
Yeah.
Well, they were also talking about BJ. Well, there was another funny scene, and like right around that same like scene, there was the Mexican cop who was asking for like 1,000
Pesos.
pesos, and he's thinking $1,000,
And it's like we don't have that kind of money.
and he's like, "Well, you need to give me a blowjob, basically."
Like,
literally.
well, man, we gotta figure something out.
And then he's like, 1,000 pesos? What is that like? He did
$100, keep the
conversion.
change. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here, take it.
Marijuana bus full. Oh my god,
Oh yeah,
Mm.
RP.
it was a good movie. It's like that's one of those movies I would like categorize as perfect for a plane ride. Like you're not gonna get too invested. You're not gonna cry, but it's just a good attention grabber and time waster.
Mm.
So I mean,
What are some like of the original movies they're making nowadays? Because I feel like most of the movies nowadays are just like remakes.
They are all remakes.
It's either
That's the
trans-
pro- Have you seen the, what was it, Ricky Gervais? Or no, it wasn't Ricky Gervais. It was, what's his name? He
The
did
other
the
British
Oscars.
guy?
Yeah, the British guy.
Oh yeah, it was.
It was Ricky Gervais. Yeah.
So basically, it was
Where he was
that
like,
whole
you know,
speech.
none of the movies are new anymore. They're all remakes. Everybody's just taking steroids, and
Yeah,
who's the biggest junkie?
and he basically shit on Hall of Hollywood.
Yeah,
and the,
They keep
As
bringing
they
him back,
deserve.
though. Yeah,
Which-
they
Listen, they
continue
probably-
to hire him.
Well, but honestly, if you're talking about the Hollywood crowd, they probably have some messed up, like,
Oh no, totally.
you know, so they probably enjoy being shit on.
yeah,
Why
some
not?
weird kink. But hey, we don't kink shame.
Mhm.
I mean, dude, just we're on 10 Fast and Furiouses now,
It's
Yeah.
gonna be the last one, I think.
Hey, this one's about faith.
instead of family.
No, so he says family almost an equal amount of times as he says faith, but the pauses are longer after he says faith, so faith is the thing,
Now,
So
in my opinion.
the two main guys, right? I forget which one. I
Vin
can't remember their
Diesel
names.
And,
So Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel apparently is like has made $600 million off those movies
Oh
Yes, he
yeah,
should.
because he owns a portion of the rights to the movie.
I mean,
Good.
I'd be surprised if he didn't.
By the way, no, there's another movie. They've
Oh.
got at least 2 more set up.
Oh,
Because he said something. He's like, "Oh, this is like a saga, or like this is gonna be a new like series." Or
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
So it's not just,
God.
like, a
Yeah,
movie.
dude. My problem is like I don't watch movies because I think growing up we went to like the dollar theater and saw movies 2 years like,
Afterwards?
after, or we went and saw like got Netflix and we were watching like Ip Man and stuff like that, just like old, like
I remember the $2 my $2 theater experience was took a girl out from Parkview actually.
yeah. I
Dating
feel
the
sorry for you.
Yeah, it didn't work out. But we go to the dollar movie theater, and she's looking at the tickets. Oh my god, it's only $2. I'm like, bitch, keep your voice down.
Yeah.
Like, it-
Well, to be fair, everybody else there also knew the movie was only $2.
yeah, but she was just like a lot of people were looking at us like, what about it? What? You so surprised? Like, just we were getting looks, and I was like, please, just be like,
I hate that they shut that one down now. There's
Oh,
a
yeah.
new one
Yeah.
now.
well, it's all.
Still-
It was kind of in the back. You had to really know about it to
Oh,
know
yeah,
about
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right?
Wait, wait. You guys talking about Santa Fe?
Yeah, the Ventura
no.
at Santa Fe.
Oh no, not that one. I'm talking
No,
about
but
the one that was across the street
Next to the
from-
LA. right?
Yeah,
LA?
I think Ventura shut down.
I
No,
thought
no,
Santa
no.
Fe was still there.
Santa Fe's still there.
Oh, is it?
They got
That's the other
renovated,
one.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah, Santa
It
Fe's still
actually
there.
I drove by
nice.
there on 85 the other day, and I saw that like they were doing some kind of concert, as like a Chicano type thing.
As it should be.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I honestly can't remember the last time I went to a movie theater since the COVID.
Dude, have you guys been through to the drive-through theater?
No.
No.
Dude, it's amazing.
There's only one in Georgia. Right?
There's only one in Georgia.
Yeah.
It's off of Moreland.
Moreland Ave, yeah.
So you know that means you can bring all your food, all your drinks, or whatever.
And you can
Telling
pick up
you.
a girl on
Exactly.
in
You're-
Fulton Industrial and,
you already
and
know
get
what's
to the
up,
movie.
dude.
You can't strike out.
Hey, $10 a person, you can see 2 movies. Go ahead. Go do
Hey
it.
man.
$10, 2 teeth.
They,
Wrong side of Moreland Avenue. Not wrong side.
Got him.
all right.
God, man. I mean, it's. I just can't remember the last time I even went to a movie theater. I think it was literally the last time I went to a movie theater was for Endgame, maybe.
I've been a couple times recently.
I just
'cause
like
my
well,
wife
like you were
wants to go.
saying.
Yeah, I don't go because I want to go.
Well, I mean, well, it was like you're.
I'm married. It's
It was like you're saying though. It's like the, like, it's just not. There's nothing original anymore.
Yeah.
Like, why would I? Like, I'm not gonna shit on like the Little Mermaid, but it's like,
I mean, Marvel's
I
all
haven't
the
seen
same
it.
kind of stuff now too.
or like when they did the Lion King live action. It was
Yeah.
like the lion doesn't look so like
I had an 8th grader because I'm a substitute teacher
scary.
as well, and
Yeah. You have to say you're a substitute. You can't just say I had an
I was
eighth
hanging
grader.
out with this
That's
Yeah,
why
sixth
I'm a
grade girl the other
substitute
day.
teacher, you know, I volunteer a lot, and I had an 8th grader literally come up to me just randomly. It was the last day of school, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't like the new Mermaid." I'm like, first of all, you weren't even there when the first Mermaid was made, so it was just hilarious that she said.
Well, I
that.
mean, yeah, but that just tells you
It was
the
like-
quality of those movies back in
Exactly,
the 90s,
yeah.
right? Like,
Way
yeah.
better. I mean, you look at some Disney VHSs are worth money.
I mean, dude.
As they should be. And those orange ones. Orange
Yeah.
cassette tapes,
Oh
Nickelodeon.
yeah,
Oh,
I
Nick-
had
Nick-
an orange cassette tape with Rugrats.
The
Yeah.
Rugrats.
you guys ever
That's
have
the
like
ones.
the white one and it was the VHS cleaner tape?
Yeah.
So you put it in there and it would
Exactly
clean the
what it- yeah.
VHS.
Or the VHS like
Yeah.
rewinder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, you just lost like 50% of your audience.
Come
in
back.
20.
Come back. The two of you that might have been listening, we'll go. You want to talk more about Bitcoin? Oh my god.
Smartphones. We're gonna talk about smartphones. You know, if you don't know what DSL.
We're going to talk about what MKBHD said about the latest smartphone.
Jesus, man. I saw it. Speaking of substitute or teachers, I mean, I saw a TikTok of this teacher trying to ask kids. She lined them all up and asked them, "What is a floppy disk?
Oh, yeah.
What does it mean to burn a CD?" And the students looks at her. What do you throw it in a fire?
Yeah.
And it's like, is that a thing y'all did? That's got to be bad for you.
Well, I mean,
be
like
bad.
growing up, if you said, you know, like I want to make a phone call, you do this, right?
Yeah, oh,
and
okay.
now all the kids they just do like that or like that. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
like, do you have your phone? You have your phone? I'm like,
yeah.
Well, that's why I think like our generation, we were kind of lucky. We know rotary phones, we know dial-up, we know all that. We got to see the back. Now, our parents, we don't know programming on punch cards. Like,
true.
we
Yeah,
know
but
of
I
it,
would
but-
say there are more effective ways to do that now. I mean, and that's true with VHSs, right?
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
and CDs and like.
I mean, I just miss the DVDs and CDs because
I mean, Redbox is still a thing.
it's
but
true.
Stop
Who
it.
has?
I mean,
a
even
DVD player?
like the
Stop.
only people selling physical discs anymore are the video game industry, and that's going out of fashion very fast.
Yeah,
So,
which I
yeah.
think is a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the reason that
You have to download the game anyway.
Well, true.
Right? So you're not
It's-
saving space on your.
yeah,
But it costs the same amount of money.
Yeah.
and they don't have to
That's-
make anything.
That's stupid.
Yep.
I like it.
Well, to be fair, but they're putting that money into the game instead.
I don't know
Like
about that.
you see a lot of the newer
Are
games
they?
are
No,
huge.
no, no,
Yeah,
I get you. It depends
I mean,
on
like-
the company.
Hogwarts Legacy spent like $200 or $300 million on creating the game, and they
There's-
sold $1 billion in the first
There's
6 months.
companies like EA to where it's like, dude, I know you just paid for this game, but you need to pay more for the full game, bro. Like,
It's like you just paid
I get
$60, but if you want to have that premium feature that you need to actually beat the game,
Well, I mean, EA started doing that when they started making all those phone games, right? They started making all the game like they made Need for Speed. You could buy it and play it on your phone, and then
Damn it.
they had all of those add-ons and they're
Oh,
making money on
yeah.
that. And so why not put it into? But I mean, I guess they've always been doing that since the online implementation of FIFA. Really, that was a big thing, right?
yeah,
I still remember I had Need for Speed that like the computer game. the CD.
PC Master
PC
Race.
gamer.
You could play it on, I think, Windows 98 or Windows
Yeah.
2000.
First game I ever played was on Windows 98, and it
Yeah.
was Grand Theft Auto 1. I was
Oh
like
my
5.
God.
It was on PC.
5 just killing hookers.
I was in so it was Haral Maadi. It's a suburb of Cairo. I was living in this little suburb of Cairo playing Grand Theft Auto 1 on my Windows 98 PC. Like, yeah, it was dope.
Man, technology has come a long way.
It's scary. I
Both
mean,
good ways and bad.
Yeah, I mean, like my first video game console was a Sega Saturn.
That's beautiful.
Dang.
wow.
Do you still
Yeah.
have it?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
My
I still have my
dad was
Nintendo
like-
64.
Yes. When's the last time you plugged those things in?
Nintendo 64. Sometimes I'll just if I have a couple hours and I'm really bored, I have some online games I play a lot now, but sometimes I'll just go plug it in and play like Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, something like that.
I mean, dude, imagine telling a young kid, my game's not working or I'm lagging. You just go blow on it.
Yeah.
Dude, I still do that for anything electrical. I'm like, you gotta blow on it.
You gotta blow it.
I got people blowing in HDMI ports.
Oh yeah, I think
And
our
if it-
generation does that.
And if it works, it
Everybody-
works.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. Like, that's what I love. It's like, sometimes I'll go out to like the doctor's office and they're like, oh man, you're a young guy. Like, how do you get this projector to work? Plug it in, it works. Just like, what are you doing? I'm like, don't worry.
I remember,
The funny thing about the blowing on the Nintendo 64 games, it literally says "do not blow."
Yeah, but it's a common practice.
yeah.
Everybody.
That's what
did
makes it so funny.
I mean, but that's why they had to put the warning on the thing because people were blowing into it and they would leave.
Spit and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
you're just gonna destroy your Nintendo 64.
I forgot sometimes common sense isn't a thing.
It's not common sense is not in everyone's garden.
But let's also remember that it wasn't just the blowing, but the blowing and the amount of force you use
Oh,
to
yeah.
put it in.
Yeah,
That's like the equivalent of like, hey, did you turn it on and off again?
yeah.
Or off
Another-
and on again?
another-
No, you had to do that with the Nintendo. If it didn't turn on, sometimes you would just sit there and play with the on and off switch for a couple
yeah.
minutes.
Flick
Yeah,
it, flick it, flick it,
Yeah.
flick it. Ah, there it goes.
There you go.
Man, I mean, the worst one, or the worst version of that was the PlayStation 2.
Yes.
never has an Xbox kid.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I'm
I have
with
the-
you.
I
Well, you're
still
just
have
sitting there
the
waiting
PlayStation
for it.
Slim.
Is it gonna?
That
Yeah.
was my like second game.
He had the
console
slim.
after
He's
64.
flexing on us.
Oh, dude, yeah, you're flexing. You're flexing, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
No, but I'm with you on that
The
one.
PlayStation 2.
Is the symbol gonna come up?
Oh, and then the sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned actually you remember how it had those towers?
Yeah.
Apparently, that's for how many games you've had on that and how much hours to find how tall the tower was.
Was it
Oh.
really?
Yeah.
I
Okay,
did
so
not know
speaking of,
that.
what's the most time you've ever played in one video game? Like, how many hours have you ever
Without-
spent in a video game? I figured out what my most played was, and I'll tell you how many hours, but I want to be last.
I mean,
Okay, are we? I'm a mobile gamer.
that's fine. No,
Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
banana man.
All right, cool.
It's allowed. Kind
Because
of.
I'm pretty sure it's Candy Crush.
Okay. How many hours do you think you've put into Candy Crush?
What's your screen time on it?
Oh my gosh, it's over a year of time. I kid you not.
Well, you've had it for, but Candy Crush has been out for a hot
Exactly.
minute.
It's the first Candy Crush, so it's been.
Wait,
it's
like
been
in
over a
one
year.
like sitting? Or
No,
all
in
together?
one game.
as a whole.
Oh.
In one game.
Just your most
As a
played.
whole, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your most played game? So Candy Crush, okay.
365, easy.
Fair enough.
I don't even know. Like,
Gotta
Hour
be-
a day for a year. Okay.
I mean, I'm not that big of a gamer. The most I ever played was with my friends, probably as an overnight thing, a couple hours straight.
You look like
Yeah.
you play with your friend.
he plays with a different kind
Don't
of
make me peel you.
Hey, you're only feeding into what he said.
Exactly.
Like, why are you so defensive about it?
Oh,
Oh my god! I mean, yeah, for me it was probably something like that. I mean, I think. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I had a GameCube with Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Yeah, that was a game people put a lot of hours
that's a
into.
good game.
Because you could.
Yeah, it's a good, great
Yeah.
game.
Like, I mean, the only thing that sucked was it was completely illogical how they would have the SUVs when you got to a certain level. They're like, all right, you're getting away. Let's just send 6 fully loaded SUVs in the oncoming traffic and just ram them.
Yep.
I mean, that was the kind of I intentionally turned on the car damage because you had an option to turn that off,
Yeah.
and I was just like
Yeah,
try to see
forget it.
how long I could go without getting the cracked windshields and stuff. Not long, but yeah, I mean,
So how many hours?
I'd probably say
Like, if you played an hour a day, think about it that way. How many days did you play?
I mean, that one's probably at least a couple. Like, I'd probably say maybe like a couple, like 100 days, maybe.
Okay,
I mean-
100 hours. So it'd be an hour a day
Well, I mean,
for
it's
100 days.
all
Yeah.
summer, yeah, all
Okay.
summer long, 2-3 hours, like at least every other day.
Okay, yeah. So we'll say 100.
Yeah,
Somewhere 100. Oz.
Mine,
Market.
I think it has to be close to 1,000 hours because it was between Midnight Club, Tokyo Drift, and Gran Turismo
Oh,
4.
those are good.
Midnight
So
Club
those
2,
are my two.
Double
'Cause I was
Disc
like a car racing game guy.
Yeah.
So I spent like in Gran Turismo 4. I think I made it to like the 5th level
Jeez.
of like I almost, and I would be playing religiously
Oh my gosh.
Fair enough.
on both the like being the pit stop crew and so I was like, so yeah, I'd probably close to
Okay.
1,000.
You want to be a
All right.
pilot, dude? What the
Like, yeah.
Weird.
So
It's
okay,
calling.
so I was telling you about that before we started. I told them a story about like how I got my heart broken in high school, and I spent an entire summer in my bedroom and basically just played video games. So
Healing.
I play this game. It's World of Tanks. Okay, yeah, I know, right? I still play it from time to time.
That's funny because you're
Oh
Arab.
gosh.
Yeah,
Oh, African
we like
American.
blowing things
Yeah,
up,
keep
you know.
going.
So
Yeah, we do.
I played World
No,
of
we don't.
Warplanes for a little bit. It wasn't as good, but anyway, so.
That's why
Yeah,
you're not a
no,
pilot.
you crash into things and it's just over, right? Like you know.
So fun.
Anyway, so I played World of Tanks. I'll let you guys. So, how many hours do you think in that summer plus just general that I played? After hearing that story about like how heartbroken I was and I stayed in my room for so long.
Okay, well, hold on. If we take the Phineas and Ferb song, there's 104 days of summer vacation.
There's not actually, but
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. Keep going. Keep going. I don't want to see where you're going with this.
All right.
Let's
But
say
I
average
did
20 hours.
I did play like after I got home from school sometimes too.
Oh fuck.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'll say 2,500. I want to say 3,000, but I'll go 2,500.
2,500 hours.
I'll go with 3,000.
I'll go on the upper. I'll go 3,500.
Okay. I have 11,000 matches. 11,000 matches at 50 minutes or 5 minutes apiece.
How many matches you said?
So 55,000 minutes,
Yeah,
or
that's
it's 6 minute average for my game. So 66,000 minutes.
good job.
So it's yeah.
So how many hours is that? 66,000 divided by 60?
That is 1,100 hours.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Wow.
Like,
Well, when you say
But-
hours, yeah.
but yeah,
You guys suck. No, I'm kidding.
it's a lot of hours.
Well, Seabass,
But
you're
11,000 games.
Seabass, you're a gamer. What's yours?
My longest playing game would probably be League of Legends.
Oh,
And
That guy.
I spent for a while about 3 to 4 hours a day for like 3 to 4 years. So I have about a
Nice.
year,
I was about to
year
say,
and a
that's
half
good.
of like active game time
Yeah.
in that game.
so you probably beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
when you said
I've
that
got a
question,
lot.
I thought Seabass was like the only person here
Who
that.
remembers Kingdom Hearts?
Well, and that's
I
probably
never
the
played
most.
because I was Xbox kid, but
Yeah,
Dude, let's.
That doesn't even
was a
count the
great
other
looking
5 Call of Duties that have, a few
Yeah.
weeks of game time into each of those too.
yeah.
You know, what almost made me kind of one of the early acceptors of anime. And
Did you date an Asian girl?
No.
Of course not. Look at him.
Anyway, but
I think that deserves 2 because it was an Asian
no, you
joke
get
and a gong.
you get one.
And a
Oh, fuck,
gong.
you're right. Anyway, this is gonna become a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
You're gonna get some wild leftists being like, "You guys don't use the gong enough."
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
don't suck enough
You need
cock,
more
so like what?
intense
It's like why don't you shut your cock hole?
It is a metric.
Or why is the handle for the gong brown and small? It's supposed to be brown and big.
Oh, well, okay, there. That was.
You lost your mic privileges.
But yeah, so like
I'm
yeah,
getting demonetized.
But speaking of Kingdom Hearts,
Mhm.
I was in love with that theme, the opening song.
Oh yes.
Like, dude,
Me
that
too.
I can't tell you how many kids wasted hours trying to play that in like when I was in
Orchestra.
orchestra.
try to
in
play it
high
on the
school,
yeah. I mean, and then what the fuck is Donald Duck doing with a fucking like? That was always weird to me. It kind of threw me off of Kingdom Hearts. I didn't like the Goofy and Donald and Mickey were there like slaying demons with me.
I liked it.
What was that joke? Was it someone made a joke in the Donald Duck voice recently? It's one of our friends. I can't remember who all was there, but I definitely think one of us.
Was this weekend?
I don't think it was this week.
Okay, then.
Yeah, it wasn't my Mickey Mouse joke.
Oh, it was Mickey Mouse. Okay, not.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that one.
I heard the Jam one earlier today,
Yeah.
and when you brought it up, I was like, no way,
He's
no
like,
way,
yeah.
it's gonna do it.
I am.
For God, man. But the songs and the music for anime or anything, like for instance, Brother Bear, Tarzan, the music, Hamilton, like we were talking earlier, that was
Tarzan
the
has a good soundtrack.
That was amazing.
You know what I was obsessed with? I think the one song I really became obsessed with in orchestra was the intro for, it was a Kanye West song. Da, 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 da. That was awful, by the way.
Yeah, I was like,
I got nothing.
I don't know.
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh.
Yeah. So the intro. Da, da. No, it wasn't that one.
Oh, I'm a trip.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But yeah, it was a Kanye West song, and seeing him go off the rails, that's
Bro, I can't tell anymore. Like I thought it was coordinated, like he was doing it just to get out of his contracts, or he just wanted to do. I'm back on the. He
re-signed with Adidas.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Well,
Because
money.
Yeah.
as they
Kanye
should.
is the one that has the Yeezys, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Which sometimes, like, I'll see middle schoolers wearing Yeezys,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I'm like, why are your parents buying you these shoes? Like, they're expensive. They're so expensive.
Dude, why would-
unless they make that much allowance.
Because
Dude,
affluence.
when I went to
Good,
Parkview,
geez.
the running joke about the school, Brookwood, right? The running joke was that your school was all about designer drugs. So don't come and talk to me about Yeezys.
That's
no,
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess
That's
I
what they
can
would
see that.
say.
Yeah, that's what we talked about.
Brookwood was very
That
good
makes
about
sense.
hiding the, or not hiding, but what would be the right word? Keeping the,
Covering
Sweeping it
up.
Yeah,
Covering
sweeping
it
it up under the rug. Yeah.
covering it up.
Putting on rose-colored glasses. On
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Dude, that's that.
Especially
that
like the seniors that
stigma.
were pregnant. Like, no, you did not
Dude.
know. Unless you knew, there was no
One of the first five, like it was either the first or second girl that walked to my graduation was pregnant. Like it was, yeah,
Like,
it is what it is.
But I didn't find out till after graduation that we actually had some girls pregnant in our class. But they made it a point to make it not.
Oh no, the girl that walked was like 8 months pregnant, and
Yeah.
like you could see it. She was,
Well?
yeah.
Dang. At least her water didn't break during graduation.
Well.
Oh, if I was her, I would have put a balloon and like a tack on my thigh, like taped, just so I get up there and squeeze my thigh together, just have the water balloon burst.
Yeah.
Is that wrong?
It's not wrong. It's just how quickly your brain went there. That's it.
Well, I mean, like,
Well, they're high schoolers graduating.
I mean, dude, I tried to do the. I played guitar for the choir. Still the biggest audience I've played for by far yet. But I played guitar on the field during graduation, and the plan that I had was the Harlem Shake was the thing that year.
Oh yes.
yeah.
A wonderful
Harlem
year.
Shake.
And Gangnam Style.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have been what I was going to do is I had this old MP3 player, and I was like, "This is perfect. I can just put the audio jack adapter to the 1/4 inch, so I'll unplug my guitar." So what all the people would have heard was the unhooking, that little popping sound for the speaker, and then. But somebody
Would have worked.
somebody told somebody or dude, teachers listen.
yeah.
I know. I hope to God no high schoolers are listening to us ever, but I mean, like, dude, teachers are always listening, and I had a great rapport with all the vice principals and administrators. I mean, I got to walk. I had a free pass. I could do anything, but they were talking. Me and my sister, my twin sister, oh hey, Mondays, could you guys step over here? Hey, Jared, we heard some stuff that you might be planning to maybe add a little festivities to tonight's thing. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just playing guitar. What do you mean? Sitting there and just absolutely shitting a brick. It's like, do you have anything in your pockets? I was like, no. And did that thing where you kind of grab it because it was one of those small, like almost iPod Nanos.
Yeah.
So I grabbed it in my hand, put it in my hand or in my pocket, and I pulled it out of my pocket. So it's like right in there. I'm like, see, look, nothing. Like, it's all fine. And they're like, all right. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, they're on to me. So, and immediately as soon as I got done playing guitar, like the song in, they just muted my ass. It's just like, I pulled it out and I didn't hear the pop and like, they got me.
Oh, Brookwood was good about like catching students out like pranks like that. Like I remember when we were walking for graduation, they did like a full inspection,
Yeah.
make sure we weren't hiding anything under our
And
ground.
I do want to make a point to the 3 or 4 people that are listening in a non-English speaking country. We're only talking about high school just because our high school reunion's coming up and it's been a
Yes,
topic.
That's true.
Yeah.
Our 10-year high school reunion is coming up.
Which the other thing I told Oz is a great idea we should do since like we talked one time
Yeah, I
before.
told Banana Man about it too.
I mean, what are your thoughts? Like having Oz usurp the reunion?
All right. I'm gonna bring up a point that I brought up to him.
Yeah.
Is your point is your goal in all this getting people together from the high school, or is it just opposing the actual class reunion?
Don't look at me.
I want to get people together, like, but I know there's a lot of people that are in my boat that for one reason or another
They don't
wanna
drink. They don't wanna go to a brewery in
They don't wanna
Atlanta.
go to a brewery. They don't want to pay $38 to go to a brewery. First of all the way in Atlanta, because most people that are gonna be out there are probably living in the suburbs
Or a lot of people moved out of state.
or out of state, right? Like if they're flying in, first of all, anybody that's flying in for the
Anybody
high
that's
school
flying
reunion,
in.
Anybody?
I have respect for you. Just want to say that.
Sheesh.
Just the kindest thing I can say. Because not gonna lie, if I was out of state, I would probably fly in for the high school reunion. But that's different because I could fly in myself, so that's why I would do it.
You know, it'd be kind of. Here's an
For
idea.
excuse.
Here's an idea.
Go ahead.
We do like an alt high school reunion.
Yeah.
How many people?
That's
would we
fine.
be expecting? Because that's another thing.
Because if you get 10%
Yeah.
of the people, that's
That's-
70 people.
yeah, because we had like
900 and something. Yeah.
Oh well, then never mind. That's 90 people.
Yeah. I mean, if we
We
get
just need the
You need security.
yes.
well, here's what I was going to say. So one of the things I've talked to with some of my friends I still keep in touch with.
We probably need porta potties and a tent too.
Yes. Because don't let them inside the house.
Don't. Yeah. No, they're animals. We're all animals.
Yeah, no.
But it's like what I was thinking is so what my idea was we have it to where you have to have at least 4 or 5 people vouch for you. So that way, hey man, the reunion, the alternate reunion party or whatever we like decide to call it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I have three people vouching for me. I need 2 more, man. We were cool and high. So
I
that
think
way
3 might be a good number versus 5 people.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, 3.
But
think.
I mean that way because I mean the biggest thing I've heard from people that I've talked to, they don't want to go because like I don't like people that I went to
Yeah.
high school with. So it's like you had to reach out, get someone to sign off on you being cool, so you come to the party, and that way it's oh no you're a dick. It's like no dude I'm sorry.
I mean, if we're gonna do this, we gotta market it like now, because it's coming up like a month away.
It's
I think maybe
gotta be
we circle
now.
back around and hit it up to 20. We have much more money then.
So,
Okay.
so you guys, so they would just be coming here for free, and you guys would be paying for everything.
I was gonna say
$5.
$5 NDA sign.
Yeah,
Okay. So again, let's go back to the security thing though.
we would need.
That's what the $5 per head's gonna be.
Security.
Okay, for security, and you're gonna need more than one person
Of course.
Yeah,
already. And then you guys are just gonna corral off certain areas, like showing them like what's up.
we probably would have to. Yeah.
Lots of chains and lots of locks. We'll have to have like a book with all the codes in them.
And so you're cool with essentially like taking pictures
I mean,
of
they
where
need to know what
things.
the
I'm
budget
just-
is gonna be as far as the. Oh, them taking pictures and
No,
stuff.
you taking pictures to show them like this is it. You can't just be like show up to this house and expect
Oh,
people
yeah,
to Google
yeah,
Maps.
no,
Like there's gonna be like some sort of like advertising.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
fine
gonna be a
with that.
lot of forethought into that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a fun idea. I know we're not gonna really
It's
do
a
it.
fun idea. I think you guys could do it.
I just don't know if we have the resources in this
Yeah,
short amount of time
There
to
you
execute.
go.
That to answer that question shortly, no.
Yeah, that's my big
But-
concern.
Here's the thing though, because this happened to me several times. My high school reunion was supposed to happen last year over this time. It ended up happening in February.
Yeah.
It got canceled 4 different times because not enough people signed up.
So maybe
Yeah.
not many people sign
So
up.
depending on how many people sign up, like that could just be the thing.
How often did they like? How far in advance did they cancel it?
They would cancel it, I'd say 5 to 3 weeks out, and it would just differ because it's like, hey,
Okay.
this brewery
Yeah.
required this amount of time. This brewery required this amount of time. This required this. At the end of the day, they were just like, let's just go to a park. That's what we're gonna do. And then when they had it, I was out of state.
Okay, here's a good idea. So we'll figure out who's the current organizer,
Yeah, that's what we need to figure.
and
out.
then we'll
That way we
we'll
can get an
message
idea
that
of
Pretty
person.
sure
How
that's
many
student
people?
student council.
Yeah.
Was it not the president of your class?
I think she
I
said
think
fuck
she's in,
that.
she's in Houston. or
Yeah, she
no.
said fuck that and passed it on to
okay.
like the vice president or the student council.
It's like the president of your senior class.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
She's in Dallas,
Yeah, but
living her life. I think she's a mom of 1 or 2. We're
God
talking,
bless.
Like
I don't remember.
I heard her kids are
right,
ugly
she
though.
was a she was. Hedrick was the president, right? Shannon, I think.
Sure.
Okay, don't say her name now because I just called her kids ugly.
Yeah, but it's okay.
I didn't hear that part.
Okay,
You went to Banana School High, like it's fine.
that's right.
Banana Bunch High School.
That's right.
But I mean, what if we reach out to said person and say, hey, if this attempt doesn't happen,
Then we'll. That's I think, a
then
better
we
idea.
swoop in and be
Let's
the
reach, and then we can come in as like a helping hand, and be like, "Hey, we have this place, and we can combine the resources, and then do it that way."
God, yeah, we'd have to definitely get like at least $5.
I'd say 15. Just cut it down from 30 because
like half
people,
price,
people
yeah.
gonna be like 15. Oh wow, man, 38 was a lot, but okay, 15 is reasonable.
It's like 15. No, have to sign a non-disclosure because we don't want
or
people
like
coming
a
here like
liability-
just
liability waiver.
and liability waiver. Because I mean that'd be cool as shit. Everyone gets together and it's like, hey man,
Yeah.
like you taught me this actually.
Probably.
Yeah, meet people again.
Yeah.
Like meet people after high
'Cause
school.
people change.
People change.
Hopefully they grow
change
up.
a bunch.
Yeah.
You know, the funny thing is that one of the stigmas that actually followed people from Brookwood, or at least me, to going to college, because I went to a local school. You went to Brookwood? Dude, everybody there was so stuck up. Everybody there was on drugs. Everybody there was this, everybody was that. And I was like, dude, I don't think we were that stuck up. And then I met somebody that I had class with,
Yeah.
and then she was stuck up. And I was like, yeah,
It's like maybe we just didn't see it.
what are we doing here? Did I just not see it? This person wasn't necessarily like my friend, but I
Well,
went to class. I was
I think
surprised.
stuck up is an attitude, and then
But she was cool when we were in high school.
I will
Yeah.
say, in my opinion, and what I had heard, like Brookwood was one of those high schools where it was like, even though it was a public school, it was as good as a private school in some areas,
yeah,
just because of the administration, the teachers, and everything.
Gwinnett
Like,
School of Excellence, baby.
I remember when I
Traditional
was
excellence.
accepted into the honors program in my college, they asked me, why didn't you, like, where'd you go to high school? I was like, Brookwood. They're like, no, you need to include that in your resume. Like that, the fact that you went to that high school makes a difference. And then when I started meeting other people from other high schools and realizing their class loads and what they learned versus what I learned, and I was like, okay. Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
Dude,
Ivy League of high schools, like Yassine said, it was true. Like I didn't understand it. And then when I started subbing at different high schools, I saw the difference.
I mean,
You have teachers.
social
yeah.
economical differences do, I guess, play something into your environment.
Well, it's not even that. I think it's
Yeah, 'cause
What-
it's like,
also how much the teachers care. That had a big impact. Like there was one high school I was at, and the teachers were literally asking the students, "Hey, are you gonna show up tomorrow? If you're not, I won't make lesson plans. Just let me know."
It's like, yeah, make my
And
life
then
easy.
nobody raised their hand. Yeah, no, I'm not coming tomorrow.
I mean,
And she's like, guys, just let me know if even there's a chance you guys are coming. Let me know. I was like,
what
damn.
what time of the year was this?
hey, banana,
Last month. of
Okay.
school.
Okay.
make
So it was
90.
kind of fair.
There it is.
It was kind of like I kind of understood it
90.
because it was the last month. You know, there's very few little things going on.
Yeah.
But this was also remedial class, and they had finals coming up.
Hmm.
So that was the thing. It was
Have
like,
you guys ever taken a remedial class in high school?
What's remedial?
no.
Like college prep?
But there's college.
No,
no.
remedial is one level below college.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was about to say like.
Because if that means
Yeah, we would shit on them kids all the time. We're like, man, at least we're not remedial.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Dude.
I took one remedial class, and it was like
okay.
it was for math. It
You're
was
very
like you can
smart.
either take you can either take trigonometry or you can take discrete math.
Oh.
And I was like,
mean,
okay, what's in
discrete-
discrete math? It's like, and this was their selling tag. It's you get to make a cake, and I was like, dude, I'm totally gonna make a cake. That's awesome. That is awesome.
I took AP statistics,
No,
and that was just because I didn't want to take discrete.
we went on. We were opposite sides of the
Yeah.
pole. Oh,
But now you have your masters, and I still don't. So
you don't need a master's. You're a
I know I
pilot.
don't need a master.
Mark
I'm
it.
talking about a master's degree.
Stamp it.
Stamp it, clamp it, putting that in his political campaign.
That's right.
I know I don't need a master, but I'm talking about a master's degree.
You don't need that either.
The only master I have is God.
There you go.
Shilla-la-la-la. Yeah, wait till you get married. Clip it. Clip it.
What we need to send that to your wife. So she's like, okay, my man. All right, he knows what he's talking
Dude,
about.
she already knows.
She
man.
already knows. She's like,
she picked the
there's-
right one.
Yeah, she is
Yeah.
not surprised by anything. Yeah,
That's
defend
it.
yourself on your mic.
Yeah, no, while I'm waiting for the coals to heat up on the second hookah.
So there's this thing where it's like you can have a master at home and a master when you're outside, and my wife is the master at home. Yeah, but
That's because you want an easy life, dude. That's
Do you want to tell
okay.
them about the irony of your marriage?
oh no,
Or no?
oh no,
Okay, yeah, cool.
no, yeah, she's protective of that.
Yeah.
So
We'll talk
I'm
about it all.
surprised I didn't notice it until like years into it. I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I was confused for a second, but I know what you're talking. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is he,
Yeah.
is he talking about how you're like hala hala and she's like oh?
Yeah, so I'm a Muslim man who's married to a Catholic woman.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Now that we got that out, 'cause I was-
Welcome to America. Yeah.
The wonderful melting pot.
No,
that
it is a melting pot. We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a slow death with Joe Biden in office.
Oh my God! You know
That's
what's? I think I might have to take a break from listening to news because I already like
You're just now. A lot of people had already started.
Well,
man.
no. See, I
Years
I
ago. It's
weaned
the same
myself.
stuff.
Yeah, no, I weaned myself down because you could look at Fox, you could look at CNN, and then if you want to have a good.
I haven't watched Fox or CNN in years, man. Like,
Dude, I
that
told my
stuff is
friends that.
garbage.
Told one of my friends that, and he's like, "You stopped watching Fox?" I was like, "Hey, take a breath."
Picks up gun.
Yeah, he's like, "Go back where you
You
came
stopped
from."
watching Fox, where they fucking fired Tucker Carlson for.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
You
it's
know.
just like
They said it was part of the Dominion lawsuit, by the way. So there are insiders who said that because Tucker talked about Dominion and then Fox lost the lawsuit against Dominion and had to pay them like $1 billion or something.
oh no, they have 3 instead of 2 now.
Well,
Like,
part
or
of-
2 instead of 3.
Part of the agreement was that the settlement agreement was they had to fire Tucker.
That's insane,
So
Either pay me more money or give me Tucker's head.
yeah.
dude. I mean,
That's what I've heard. That was all like reported by insiders through a third party source. So take it with a grain of salt.
yeah. I mean, it's just you can't like it's all you know the talking points. Oh, hey, did you hear what happened at the southern border? Well, no, but I know what Fox is gonna say about it. I know what CNN's
You
gonna
know
say
what-
about
yeah,
it.
You know what BBC's gonna say about it?
Like, what's
9 more inches.
I was gonna say, are you talking about Banana Man or are we talking about politics here?
Oh my god!
Talking about the what is it? The British something
British Broadcasting
British,
Corporation.
British broadcast.
Yeah, that's the BBC we support.
It's
But-
the only one we'd let into our homes.
Right.
No.
Oh my lord!
That's why today we're outside.
Yeah, that's why we're outside. Not because just there's no smoking in the underground bunker
Uh-huh.
for HEPA filter reasons. I'm sure.
No, if there was a HEPA filter, it'd be fine.
And the also
The master of the house.
Yes.
The master of the bunker.
Yes.
Mm.
Didn't y'all try that once down there?
We did.
Yeah, and then we did
One
never
year.
again.
And whenever.
Yeah.
Well, I just remember one time I walked.
It's like leather couches too.
Yeah,
Well,
like-
before that we didn't have the leather couch.
that's true.
It was the cloth couch.
Yeah, and those burn way faster.
But yeah, they do. But I mean, down in the bunker, I remember the first time I went and saw it, and I saw that there was I was like, huh, there's a deconstructed smoke detector in this plot. I don't know what that means for me, but I know
I
Oz.
that back up, but I guess I didn't.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a very driven person when you want to be.
When you want to be.
That's true.
But I mean,
very
he has asked me to hand him the remote that he's laying next to.
That's fair.
I mean,
I
I
have actually. I have.
and I you know, I applauded you.
Listen, I do that when I'm at home too. It's you know.
You know what I like? One of my favorite stories was Oz was out of town, and he comes back and he goes, he's talking to me. He goes, you know, I came back and Jared moved the couches.
I did. I waited for him to leave.
And the thing is that honestly, it looks better this way. But the fact that he did it without talking to me about it,
I got.
Yeah, it took me like I think a good day and a half to just be like accept. I was like, because it did look good, it was fine.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you
sometimes-
throw away the other couch, which is I would have, it was fine.
No, it's like when you work at a kind of controlling environment. If you work in like a corporate office, no good idea is ever your idea, right?
Nope.
You kind of have to feed it to your boss,
Yeah.
and then it has to be their idea.
It's like I want to tell.
It's like that, you know?
It's like, oh God, did you hear? He went with my idea.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
I don't even know how he moved that big red couch.
it's not that heavy,
By
and
himself?
it breaks apart into 2 halves.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not-
I'll ship one.
yeah.
Yeah.
The red one from the bunker that you guys are going to know.
he's
and love.
not used to the manual labor.
That's fair. I
That's
mean,
fair.
you got soft
I
hands.
went before I went to Brookwood, I went to a private school. So
It's okay, man. You should not be ashamed of your family working their asses off to make sure you can have the best education that you could.
when I realized so during the 2008 2009 financial crisis that everybody our age and our parents went through, I was wondering like why don't we have savings? Like my friends talk about savings and all that stuff. I was like, we sent you to private school. I
Yeah,
was like, how much was it? I'm like, holy crap!
It's funny how, like, you
I'm
care for-
that's 3 mortgages.
But it's
Yeah.
funny how you go from not caring about a 401k or knowing what that is or Roth IRA, whatever, all of that stuff, not knowing or caring about it at all, and then you start working, and you're like, huh, I want to retire one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
Or man, even just thinking about, I remember when I got that first job that had the 2 weeks of vacation. I'm like, all right, okay, 2 fucking weeks. How am I going to split this out? You know, and then of course you take that 1 sick day, and then the 5 sick days that you get, they're just extra PTO days. But I look back at how my parents would come and visit me and my sisters at school, come sit down, and then at the elementary school they made it a cool thing that if your parents came and had lunch with you, it was like, oh, you drank it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Lit.
Kudos to not Brookwood Elementary. I went to not Berkmar.
Head Elementary.
No,
Bethesda.
Berkmar.
no. It
I was going to say, Berkmar is not a place you want to be.
It feeds into Berkmar. Bethesda. That's
Bethesda.
what it was. Yeah,
I don't
dude. Bethesda was so cool. Don't yank
It
your
was
ears
lit.
off.
It was lit.
I was waiting for Yuzi to get up and start walking with his headphones on. I was like, don't do it.
I almost did that earlier.
I mean, you get comfortable, you get sitting down, and then But man, I mean,
If you also want to
my-
sponsor our wireless headphones, that would be another sponsorship.
we would love a sponsorship. We will
Yes.
test them out. But if they do
Feedback.
suck, we will talk shit about you.
Yes. We can
Oh my
spread out
God.
a code, like a discount code, if you guys want us to share it with whatever companies are out there.
I just can't wait if we actually do somehow manage to get a sponsor and have to do like a live read.
Oh, good.
That'd be
Oh,
awesome.
Yeah, you got it, dude.
Hi guys, this is Jared from the Strange Herd podcast. Have you guys been wondering why your bum itches so much? AIDS.
Preparation H.
Preparation H.
There you go.
Yeah, you'll get on one of these hungover one time, and some like Pedialyte's gonna be like, yeah, we'll sponsor you.
Thank
Oh,
God.
there you
Yeah,
The lifeblood of babies.
Bro.
Literally.
Did anyone else notice how Pedialyte, everyone kind of got aware to the game about, oh, we can just use Pedialyte and my hangover's gone. Like, Kurt, you're off screen. You ever do that?
His name's AJ.
AJ, sorry.
well, I mean, they realized that overnight. Like they didn't even know about it, and
then you started
They started
seeing the
marketing.
Pedialyte Sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like sport. They started marketing because they realized all these athletes were taking it too to rehydrate and to stick their electrolytes.
Dude, you know what gave me the real sign? Like I needed a real sign. One of the many signs that showed that I was like a diehard alcoholic.
Please.
When I made a liquid IV and then put vodka in it. It was delicious.
Oh my gosh.
And I was not hungover, and I felt great. I was loose, I was hydrated and dehydrated at the same time. It was good shit.
Did it
So
always
instead of using water, you use vodka with liquid IV.
No, I made a
You
liquid
mix
IV.
Oh, and then you mix it with
yeah, it's like some people they put vodka in the bottom of their hookah, so that way they got like they. Yeah,
Some
well,
people
it'll
that'll
give you
like
like the alcohol.
I know
like
some
a
people
few.
that'll like
Yeah,
put
yeah.
fruit in their hookah bowls.
Yeah.
I'm against
Or
the
not
fruit
bowls,
hookah
but the
bowls.
water.
Yeah.
In the water, yes.
In the-
You're against it. I've never actually done one.
It's just
It seems gimmicky to me.
it's very gimmicky. If you put like the pineapple, because it's think about how much sheesh they have to waste, like on top of that, because I give you like the bottom half of a pineapple, and
Well, but they don't pack all of that. They just pour it out a little bit and then they put it in there.
oh well,
Yeah.
then maybe it's not as bad. But I just felt like the one time I ever did it, it was
The
just
pineapple ones are crazy expensive. They charge like
mine was like $40.
no. So I go to a hookah lounge, or I used to go. It's a long story, but I used to go to this hookah lounge that you went to, I guess earlier this week, right?
We don't
Probably.
go there anymore, yeah.
Yeah, you guys said that you guys don't go there.
Which one is it?
Yeah,
Right,
Sultana.
yeah.
Sultana? Oh yeah.
I kind of go there still, but
You're famous there.
no. Did I ever tell you the story about how they mentioned me in an Uber about that place?
No.
Okay, so my dad's friend was going. My dad's friend's an Uber driver, and one of the guys that I hang out with was going there, and he said, "Oh yeah, you know, like the Uber driver, my dad's friend. He goes, yeah, you know, my friend's son comes here all the time. He's apparently they know him here as Yassine. You know him?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I know Yassine." So like they're talking about me in the context of this hookah lounge and this random Uber on the way to the hookah lounge.
Famous.
So yeah.
Famous boy. That is a famous server.
Yeah, the quality's gone a little bit downhill there. I wish better for them. They've had a hard time staffing. They've had a really hard time staffing, like everybody has. But
Yeah.
but
Ooh, the
You
hookah's
know.
good.
Yeah,
Is it Lady Killer again? Or?
it's the same. Yeah,
Yeah, or no.
It's Lady Killer Mango.
Lady Killer Mango.
Yeah.
But you were gonna tell us another story.
Yeah.
Oh, was I?
Yeah.
Tell them the Hookah Vegas story.
Oh. I
Hotel
actually.
bathtub with
Yeah.
the water was turned off the next morning, and they said it wouldn't be back on till like 5.
Oh no, that was when we went. He's talking about.
Oh,
His
okay.
Vegas hookah store.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Banana Man tell that story because he does the best recount
He does,
of it.
he does.
Well,
So-
thank you.
Hold on, wait. Seabass, you got him? Which camera is he on? Do you
I'm
want
on
to
that one.
look into the camera? And
I will.
Yeah. Make eye contact.
So, we, Oz, Justine, several other friends. Weren't you there? You were there.
no, I was not at the hookah party.
No, but you were in Vegas.
Oh, I was in Vegas with you guys.
So we all go to Vegas, and one day Yassine looks at me, and I look at Yassine, and we're like, you know what? We're gonna smoke some hookah on Fremont. On Fremont. And what I love about Yassine is he has so many contingency plans. And I'm normally the dude with the contingency plans, so I feel totally safe.
When it comes to hookah, that's serious.
That's fair. Yes. That is fair. And so we leave where we are. We go to the room. He gets it, and he's like, okay.
Oh yeah, I flew my glass hookah out to Vegas with me.
He did. He looks at me and goes, all right, so step one, we just need to find an outlet. We need to find an outlet and just get the coal started. If we get the coal started, we're good to go. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we're walking around. We finally find an outlet on the inside of what appears to be something like an
It's a vending
apartment
machine.
complex hotel.
Yeah, it's right
Yeah.
by a vending machine.
Yeah, right by a vending machine there. So we're like, okay. And so he plugs it in. We're kind of off to the side. All right, good. We're staying there. Everything's fine. We see security walk by, and we're like, well, they come over here. Biggest thing they're going to do is just ask us to leave. And I'm like, that's a good point. So I'm all smiles. We're having whatever other random conversation we're talking about. And then another security guard comes up. And by this time, thank God, the coals have started. So they're like, hey, yeah, you can't do that here. Yeah, you can't have that. And we're like, oh, okay. And then what I love about Yassine, hey, I'm curious, why? And they're like, oh, just because it's glass. And we're like, oh, just because it's glass. It's like, yeah, if you break it, you shatter it. You know, it's a liability. And we're like, that's fine. They go, if you walk one block that way, perfectly fine. We don't care. So bam, that's great.
Somebody else's problem at that point.
Somebody else's problem. So now Oz has come out. The hookah has been started. This was back when they were going to acquire their own lounge. So I'm like, okay, bet this is great. Let's go smoke some hookah. We end up smoking hookah right outside of the county courthouse. So we're sitting down. It started. Bam, we're talking. We're reminiscing. We're looking around. Everything is great. And then more security starts coming over. And as we're here, we're like, okay, we're just going to keep ignoring them. We're going to keep smoking hookah because they can't see us. They could obviously see us. And they're like, hey. And we're like, we can't. No. And they're like, no. And we're like, oh, okay. Don't want to get arrested in Vegas.
Yeah.
So we pick up the hookah and we start walking down the street. And I get this idea. I'm like, hey, guys, this is it, dude. Like, this is the time for the photo shoot. Walking down the street in Vegas.
With a hookah.
You know, with the hookah. They already naturally kind of dress up. They already look nice. So I'm like, bam, I got you guys. Photo. Yeah, blow out the smoke. Yeah, I'm all the way down here with it. I'm doing all sorts of things. Everything's going great. We end up
Do you still
passing-
have those photos?
I do.
Yeah.
I sent them both of them, but I do still have the
Just
photos.
write down a Jemiah story photos. While when we play this back, I
Yeah.
can put those photos up.
And we had there were people walking by, and I had a bag of tips, and we were like giving out tips. And,
Yeah.
we were like passing them out, letting people smoke the
it was
hookah. It was fun.
And they're hitting it. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, gee, this is delicious. And they're, bam. And they go into their mode. They're pitching it. They're like, oh, my gosh, that's a great idea. Yada, this, yada, that. And so after they leave, we are literally already reminiscing about how great that went and how great this deal's about to go for them. And all of a sudden, Yassine grabs his leg. And then he just starts shaking his leg. And then out pops a mouse.
when Oz tells us it's a rat.
And
I remember it being a rat.
It wasn't. It was like that big.
It was a field
like
mouse.
I grabbed it and it squeaked. It wasn't. It didn't bite me, so it had to be a mouse. Yeah.
I, as a regular black person, lost my mind.
Yeah.
That's a wild animal that just crawled up your leg and you shook it out. And he goes, yeah.
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 Well, I had the benefit of I was like wearing long underwear because it was kind of cold, and so it was crawling up the outside of my long underwear underneath my pants. So it wasn't like on my leg, grabbing my leg hair, crawling up.
Still a no from Banana Man.
Play back this episode, a bug landed on my glasses, and it took me all the Jedi strength that I had not to flip them off my face.
All the potassium.
All the potassium. But I say all this to say, I'm like, dude, how are you not freaking out? And he's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's.
Sorry. I wanted to see if it picked up.
Now you're gonna get pink eye.
This is your podcast.
Whatever.
So
he's cool, calm, nonchalant. So I'm like, okay, I calm down. We keep having a conversation, and he goes, "Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!"
just delayed reaction.
Dude had the meanest leg ever, bro. He just starts losing it, and I start crying from laughter because I'm like, thank you. That's not a normal thing that you just shake off. But that was our Vegas story.
Yeah, and then we go back in the hotel.
Yeah.
And we're just carrying it through the casino back up to the room.
Oh yeah.
And
Did they let you? Was it still lit?
No.
Oh, okay.
We took the coals off. We doused them with water. We kind of left them on the sidewalk. But they're coals. They'll break down. It's not problem.
After that happens, it's that was it.
I wish I would have been there for that one. I mean, dude.
I think you were playing pub crawl.
I think we're pub crawl.
No. That was at night.
no.
And they did.
Oh,
I
was
went
John
with.
Mayer
I went to see them during their pub crawl.
You were at the John Mayer concert.
Yeah. Oh, that was the John Mayer concert.
I bought you guys like Modelo's or something and brought them to.
Oh my god,
Dude, the worst. So I can't remember if that was on the lost
Hey,
episode.
you gotta. Yeah, that was lost episode. So if we talk about pub golf, you gotta explain the rules.
So
Yeah.
pub golf. It was a brilliant game. Highly recommend playing it in Vegas. To anybody that goes out there, especially on Fremont Street
or New Orleans, anywhere that has multiple bars.
In walking distance. And I mean, like, look. Oh, there's another bar over there. We could walk to it distance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did 9 holes because God help you if you try to do 18. But the way the game works is if this is a tall boy can, and any beverage.
Yeah.
But if this is a tall boy can, because that's the first hole we did was we went to the package store, the ABC package across from the Circa. That was hole 1. We all walk in there, get a beer of our choice, and the way it works, you got to start chugging it. So I was like, oh, I can't chug, and they're like, that's 1 stroke, Jared.
Yeah.
I did not do well that.
You guys made a mistake with those frozen drinks.
No, Barry was evil.
Barry knows what's
Barry,
up.
we will talk about this when I get you on this podcast. But Barry, you were an evil genius.
But so the point of it's scored just like golf.
So every time you chug is a swing or a stroke.
Is a stroke, but you want the lowest amount of strokes. So the lowest amount of strokes, a hole in one, is the equivalent to you just chugging your drink.
Yeah.
There might have been out of the 9 holes, 1 time we actually had a regular 12-ounce drink. Everything else was 16 and above.
Yeah.
And so you're chugging this drink with your friends. I was a banana because I'm always a banana.
Forever.
And so, man, we do that. And then he goes, all right, time for the next hole. And we're like, all right, we got some distance to walk. He takes 5 steps
Across the street.
across the street. And he's like, all right, let's do it.
Second hole.
Let's go ahead.
And another IPA tall boy.
Was it tall boy? Or was that one?
It was the pint. It was the pint cups. Yeah.
It was the pint of Blue Moon.
Oh, yeah.
And so we finished that one.
You guys are crazy.
Yeah. Well, and then
insane.
so if you know the layout of Fremont Street, Circa, and on that very far end, there's ABC, Circa, and then the Whiskey Barrel.
It was to the left.
I think that's Whiskey Barrel. It's a bit on the other side of the stage, right?
Yeah, I followed
Yeah.
you guys. I think that was the last hole, right?
No.
No.
That was hole 3, but the first 3 holes are all within. Oh my God!
Yes.
There,
Not like less than a stone's, like not even a stone.
because I think we both were hoping, all right, chug a beer, we get a walk, a little bit, will settle.
You
No,
don't. That's the point of the game. Yeah,
but yeah, and then what was so funny? So we did that, went to the other holes, and you were there, and then you left,
Yeah.
came
Well,
back.
we gotta
So-
talk about the
no.
daiquiris. We gotta talk about the daiquiris.
Okay, yeah, go
first.
ahead.
So we go into Fat Frickin' Tuesdays, and specialty rule about pub golf is that if you go in somewhere and they have a special,
You have to get it.
you have to get the special. So if the special just happens to be a beer and a shot wherever you're at, it's a beer and a shot. You're going in, you're doing that.
So it's an automatic 2. Like,
Well,
regardless.
I think the shot is
The shot is
Does it count as a separate hole?
no.
Oh, it's just separate. You have to do it, but it doesn't
Yeah.
count. Okay.
Mhm. But yeah, so there, instead of the 12-ounce daiquiri that we wanted, no, it ended up being 24.
Oh, jeez.
And so that was a great equalizer. I was ahead by a lot, and let's just say by the end of it, I was probably up by
Okay.
two strokes.
So I don't know. I guess I joined you guys at like hole 6 or 7 or something.
after the
'cause
daiquiri.
right?
That was
So, like-
that was 5.
So like I don't drink, right? But I'm like, let me bring these guys some Modelo's, right?
You're still a team player.
so,
Nice guy.
so I was like, I stop in this little like hole in the wall convenience store and buy these like 24-ounce Modelo's, and I put them in my bag, and I walk over and I find them, and I give them these lukewarm 24-ounce Modelo's in like a 75-degree Vegas day.
And we had just been chugging beer. We had just and like the thing about the daiquiris, what was the worst part about it is like everyone gets to choose what they drink at the hole, except if it's the special. But some people like you get to choose like which hole to go to because Barry planned it all.
He did.
And he's like, this is going to be. I think he did that just for you to be the equalizer.
Yeah.
Like because Banana Man can chug. I cannot chug. I can drink a beer fast, but it's got to be at my own pace.
Well, and I won't throw anybody under the bus, but somebody definitely threw up after I gave you guys
Joey,
those.
yeah, no, Joey,
okay.
Joey was on, yeah,
Throw him under
Joey
the
from the
bus.
Trombley Bay episode. Yeah, he did his best. He was
a trooper, man. He really tried, but he's like a thin rail guy. Like,
I mean,
you know,
He was in second place.
Yeah, he was in second place the whole way, and he was gunning it. But then that daiquiri, like we're all standing outside the daiquiri spot with the long straws, just chugging the daiquiris, going,
Eating it.
right.
Just eating it.
And then you just imagine the bystanders or the people, the other pedestrians walking by, seeing a banana, and then it's like 5 best friends.
But
and
then
that guy throwing up.
2 of the friends were dressed in complete golf gear. So
Yes,
they had the
you
hats.
have to have the gloves.
because it's pub golf.
It's pub golf. Like, and the best part about it was Yassine shows up. He's like, "Hey guys, after the daiquiri."
After Dick's last
And,
resort.
oh yeah, because we had to do a 16 ounce of
Daiquiri,
dicks.
16 ounce at Dick's. And then it was that.
And like we were taking a break, and Yassine shows up outside of the Dick's last resort. It's like, hey guys, I wanted to make sure to keep you things going. Celebrity shot, and then we shotgunned the
Yeah, we
Modelo's.
did. Oh, gosh.
And that's when poor Joey, his stomach just
I
said,
mean, honestly, you go from something so cold to
Just
a
warm.
coldish beer to a lukewarm beer. I don't.
it's
blame
understandable. No one's faulting him.
So me being the naive one, until like after you guys did pub golf, started talking about the stories, this whole time, like back in Vegas, I was thinking pub golf was like you actually carry around cards,
Oh no.
and I didn't realize it was.
you. I mean, you were keeping score.
Well,
I
didn't
think
realize
Barry
it
had a
was a drinking
scorecard,
game.
didn't
Yeah.
he? We had a
I thought
makeshift
it was
one.
like a mini golf kind of thing, and pub golf was a place you go and play or something.
It makes sense.
Until I realized when you guys
okay.
started talking
No, I mean,
about it.
so when we were there, I think the Sidemen were there at the same time in
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah,
They
they
were.
were.
So I watched their channel, and
How
from
far
time to
away
time-
did we cross paths?
they did pub golf in Vegas.
If only we were the sidemen.
Dude,
who?
we would beat those guys.
Oh
The
yeah,
Sidemen. I don't. Maybe they didn't do pub golf in Vegas, but they were there, and I know they do pub golf.
yeah. I mean, that would have been awesome. We crossed paths, and that's how that's how the podcast would have taken off if we had done it back then.
hole are you guys on?
We on number 4, mate.
Zaz and I are over here drinking waters.
But I think the best part was George. George was
Oh, man.
an older gentleman, but he is a fucking champ.
He is.
Like, I mean, he's like, dude, thanks you guys for letting me come and hang out with you. Like, super awesome, humble dude.
Salty.
The real Liver King.
Real. I'll let George defend himself on that one.
We have fun. We have fun.
We have fun here. But yeah, man, dude, he was just an older guy. You know, we're all still, I think, mid-20s at that point, like 25, 26, something like that.
We went there like 2 years ago, didn't we?
Yeah, so like 26-ish.
Yeah, we went there like right after pandemic. Like, it was just when things were opening up from the pandemic.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because we were like, we have to wear
Oh
masks.
yeah, it was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the fact that Vegas never really closed.
Vegas never closed.
Ah, dude, but yeah, what was so funny to me though is then after all that, then we Joey, I think I took Joey back to the hotel, made sure he got there. No, he went by himself.
No, I thought he went with you.
Oh yeah, no, that's what it was. Did you take Joey back to the hotel? Okay. And then we did that, and then after all that, how did we end up at Hogs and Heifers?
I took him back to the hotel, and then I showed up there with you guys.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
So
Yeah.
Because
yeah,
Hogs and Heifers was not on the
Yeah,
list.
like he
wasn't
washed
on
himself
the
up and
list.
passed out, man.
something.
was-
Oh yeah.
I just
he passed out.
remember-
I remember, and he passed out in the wrong room too.
As
Yeah.
you should.
Yeah.
As you should.
Like your room or like?
No, it wasn't our room.
It
It was
was
somebody
the
else's
other room,
room.
yeah.
I think it was George's room.
Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, as
So I
long-
think 'cause
Yeah.
then George I
think George tapped out, yeah.
He was like, that's enough.
Yeah, I went back with both of them. And then he
Yes.
passed out in George's room. George was like, huh? And passed out too.
Fair enough.
I don't even remember what I was doing at this time. I think maybe I was just walking around. Like,
I think
looking
were
at
you with us? Because I remember
I was with the guys
At
at
the-
a certain point.
at the end of it, we did our drinks.
Yeah.
His team came back and was like, all right, I got you guys cigars. And I was like,
Yeah. Dude, those were some fucking expensive cigars.
Oh, they know. They're like,
Like,
hey, you boys want some cigars in
I
Vegas?
bought like a $5 cigar for $20, right? Like that's they were not good cigars. They were like kind of
Oh yeah.
cigars are supposed to be long filler, but
Yeah.
you could taste the short filler.
We had that
It was-
Uber lady that drove us around looking for like tips and stuff. Or was that?
Or no,
That was
because I
later
forgot
on.
the
That
was
stem.
later on.
I forgot the stem to the
Yeah, that's
hookah,
what it was.
and so I had to because the other hookah that I took with me
Yeah.
has like a stem that screws in.
Okay.
and I left it here in Georgia.
Nice.
And so we had to go find somewhere that had a similar stem. So I was carrying around this like the kind of like top part of this because it's modular, and we finally found a tobacco shop, and we didn't find anything that fit, so we had to get this like rubber one, and so it was fine.
It worked.
It worked.
Dude
I
was
wouldn't use it
super
more
nice.
than
And
once.
the lady
Dude, it
took
was
us to
super
like
nice.
3
Yeah,
places.
but I wouldn't use it more than once.
no, I was saying
Yeah.
the dude, the guy. That,
Oh yeah, dude
that
was super, nice.
nice.
He's like telling us where to get stuff. He's like, the
Yeah.
dispensary's down that way. If you want whippets, I got them.
Oh my God.
That's like
Whippets.
What are whippets?
it's
Yeah.
nitrous oxide.
Nitrous oxide.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like those. You use them to make whipped cream, but
Oh,
or
okay.
like some people use them for like derby car races or whatever. But if you
If it's untraceable and only lasts for like 2 minutes, would you do it?
No,
but it would mess up his lungs.
Sick.
I don't like
Like
to.
he has
stuff.
he has that dual lung capacity thing too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get metal inside of your body like
As
that.
of today, I'm pretty healthy. I did like I donated blood, and all my like numbers came pretty freaking healthy. So
Don't
I
break
like
your
to-
arm.
Mm-hmm.
like to stay that way.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if you guys can. Clearly, you can see us, but that's why he's not wearing headphones today to stay healthy.
Yeah, so he doesn't want the EMG.
Yeah, I'm trying to
waves
protect
going
my
through
hearing,
his-
and I didn't prepare and didn't bring the correct headphones for myself. So.
It's okay.
So then he gave them away. That's what it's
He
all
gave
about.
it to our guest.
but I can hear
Clip
it.
it.
Which, by the way, it's kind of fucking rude not to give your guest the.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, how's the AJ? How?
Yeah, you went to Vegas with us. That's it's
How's
not,
the? Hold on. Pause.
Okay.
Game update. Where we at? 92.
They came back a little bit though. They were up like 19 or 20 something earlier.
Mm-hmm. Never count the heat out.
What quarter?
Fourth.
That was fourth quarter.
You got to check on it.
It's all right.
I mean, I'm definitely that guy when it
They're,
comes to
they're playing
NBA.
in Denver though.
Yeah. Well, what's the series at right now?
It's the first
First
game.
one.
First one.
game,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they're playing in Denver. It's the first game. Denver's probably one of the hardest stadiums to play just because of the elevation.
But they're
Yeah.
inside.
though.
They're playing. Well, it doesn't matter. The
Pump
air,
some
how
oxygen
thin
in
the
there.
air is.
Pump some oxygen in there.
So
Yeah,
they
it's
pump-
elevation.
It's elevation.
Well, no, I was thinking maybe they pump oxygen because I know at the Air Force Academy they
No,
pump
no,
oxygen.
that's
but
a
it gives Denver an
blood
advantage,
doping.
right? Like if
It's blood doping.
if you're an athlete that's training, they make masks that you can wear that do the like reduce the amount of oxygen you do when you're like intake when you're running and stuff like that, so that you
Those
can
are
train
so-
yourself.
So
to,
bad.
Yeah, but they train you to have or to more efficiently use oxygen.
Well, I
right?
mean, but
So
it's not like they siphon out or filter out oxygen. They just literally
it just
make-
restricts the amount that
Yeah.
goes in. Yeah.
and so I mean, it makes your lungs and your diaphragm stronger. But at the same point, it's like it doesn't give you the same like altitude thing. It's
It
like
sounds like you're kink shaming autoerotic asphyxiation.
look, dude, I was laughing my ass off when all those dudes had to, like they're like, you need to wear a mask, and they're wearing the elevation
Yeah.
masks. And I'm like,
There you go.
it's just about
It
as
is a
useful.
mask.
But I mean, good God, dude.
It's
I
more
just don't
healthy.
ever. I don't full on believe that everything's rigged in the NBA and the NFL and stuff.
Oh, good.
But I do think there is incentive to go to at least
It's a
a
7
game.
game.
At least.
Which one's
I
more?
mean, you saw what happened with Miami, right, in the last series.
Yeah.
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 I don't know. I think football is more easily to be rigged because I feel like with basketball, there's just so much happening so often. It's like I mean, they're always running up and down the court. There's not a timeout, slow, replay. It's check in. Let's go.
With football?
No, with basketball.
Basketball.
Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why I think football, since there's the pauses.
I don't know. I'd be more. I would take your point under advisement more for hockey, right?
Ooh.
Because you literally don't have a time where you stop and get people in and out. You literally just hop in and
Throw
hop
them
out.
out there.
I mean, but you can also kick their ass.
Yeah, but then you lose a player for what
Oh,
3 minutes
well.
or 5 minutes or something.
That's why you get the big dumb guy. Like that's just really strong.
Yeah, but that's the guy that you want on the court to block the shots. Or on
Well,
the ice rink to
there's
block
literally
shots.
a position in hockey. I think the enforcer.
It's called the assassin.
They literally like that. Their job is to beat up on the other team.
It's like, hey man, look, we can't lose this one Russian dude's name or this one Norwegian dude's name. Like
Like you need to protect your other players.
Yeah.
That's the job.
it's like
enforcer.
it's like, Chad, you need to go in there.
Mhm.
I need you to fuck up number 42. How do you want me to do
I
it,
don't
coach?
think a Chad.
Slam him up
fuck
against the-
someone.
It's
Maybe
more
Caden.
Thad.
Caden.
You guys remember
Well, Thad from
So, yeah.
Ivan.
Blue Mountain State? Dude, he's in Fast 10. Full circle.
No.
Yes, he's in Fast 10.
That's hilarious.
It is. It is.
That's hilarious.
He looks fantastic. Dude, he's in shape.
No, I mean that's like saying Chris Hemsworth was in Parks and Rec, and now he's doing all of these super.
Well, you know who
action-
was
Not
in
Chris Pratt.
Chris
Chris
Pratt?
Pratt.
was.
Yeah, and now he's like super jacked
Yeah.
and doing
yeah.
these
came in-
Guardians of the Galaxy
When he
movies.
started losing weight, and his character was just like, "Oh my god, he looks so good." He's like, "Yeah, I just quit drinking beer."
Yeah.
And then like, you lost that much weight. He's like, "I was drinking a lot of beer."
Dude, no, Hemsworth was like,
You hear
I,
Pratt?
Pratt.
huh?
You hear about
No,
him?
no, but Hemsworth like did
Oh,
he would
he did.
part of his daily meal was he had to have
Steroids.
no, well, neither here nor there, but he had to have what was it? It's like a stout. I forget what it was. He had to have
A stout beer.
Stout. Was it
No,
it
you're
him
talking
or
You're talking about Aquaman. Jason Momoa.
oh Momoa.
Yeah, he would just like,
Yeah.
I work out all day for this one beer. This is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this is my total carb intake.
Right.
Right.
And
Double
he-
stout or
and then he
something.
just-
Well,
It's the
it's
juice.
what's that Irish one?
The Guinness.
Guinness.
double
Yeah,
stout?
he would have like a dark Guinness.
Yeah. You guys hear
It's like our
about
man Jared
Hemsworth? And he was on some show. He had his own show, and they ended up doing like DNA testing. They're like, "Oh yeah, no, you've got this gene from this parent, this gene from that parent. You're more likely to get Alzheimer's." And they're like, "How much more likely?" He's like, 8 to 10 times more likely.
Do
wow.
Damn.
do some Zen, get some nicotine intake. You'll,
Yeah, I was about to say, Banana Man, throw me a Zimbabwe over there. If you could.
They're like right under my wallet.
Okay. We.
We? AJ?
Yeah.
So that's
Sorry.
where are we at time wise?
I'm plugged in.
All right, cool.
Cool.
I'm down to do however long you guys want.
I mean, we've been doing about
Thank you, boss.
Like in what, a little over an hour,
like
hour and a half.
we've been doing like a consistent hour and a half, and then
Yeah. So
when
we
we
want to make sure.
it just depends if we get like, I mean, we can do a 3-hour one. It's like the cool thing is with the strange herd of friends that we have. Haha, use the name. It's like we don't have a pause really much of the time. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, we like just we branch out
you
from
just
different
stick it in
conversations.
your. No?
Yeah, no, I don't know about that.
Break it.
I mean, I think if you
Break
break
it and
it,
smell it.
My burn.
God, I can only imagine.
That's what we heard from your room in Vegas.
Yeah, too bad I was alone. Man, Joey learned something about me because Joey had never seen me. We've only been in the band. Like, he's never seen me, like, vacation Jared.
Oh.
Like, he's never seen Vegas Jared.
Okay.
And this motherfucker goes, like, we're out gambling. I'm trying to show him how to play craps and everything. And, you know, we're just having a fun time. I was doing all right. I was holding my own. And then he's like, dude, it's like 11:30. I want to go to bed. I'm like, all right, man, no worries. Like, I appreciate you come, you know. The council got you out here. And, you know, the Vegas council,
Shout
by
out
the
to
way.
the council.
It's top secret, but we sponsor one friend in the Vegas fund. We sponsor them on a scholarship to come to Vegas and become a degenerate gambler. but yeah, so Joey leaves at like 11:30, almost midnight.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, yeah, no worries, bro. I fucking toss dice till 4:30 in the morning, and I did not win.
Dude, I lost $300 in poker at the Bellagio in like 30 minutes. We're playing like 1-2 and I lost $300. That's like,
I like how everyone got signed up for a $1, $3 game.
Mhm.
And they're like, oh, here you can sit at this table. I'm like, is this like a good table for like just kind of like, yeah. It was $3 $6 game. But dude, the funniest part about like, so what I would do is after like everyone kind of wrap up, I'd be the late night guy in Vegas. I'd go out and, well, Banana Man, he's beaten me before plenty of times.
Yeah.
So I want to give the credit. Banana Man is the late night fiend.
Aye.
But it's the pre-workout of the potassium.
Bananas don't sleep.
banana flavored.
They're
pre-workout.
always hanging.
Yeah. Always hanging.
But what was really funny is so I get done and I'm like, all right, you know what? I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down. I'm like kind of I'm at the lowest I've been down, and it is 4:30 in the goddamn morning. So I take a joint, walk up and down Fremont, which is the worst thing to do at 5 o'clock in the morning. Do not walk up and down Fremont. It's everybody that's like crazies out there, like
You got the 80-year-olds with their like tits out and they're like all sagging with the.
Oh, there was like a naked man, literally with his ball sack. I'm like,
Yeah,
as long as it's painted, it's within YouTube guidelines.
it's
I was like, am I really seeing this? Like,
Well,
it was crazy. I'm like, oh, that's
well, you
amazing.
walk up and down the Fremont, and there was that one lady that would come out there in the morning that was just a fat, disabled, wheelchair like bound person,
Yes.
and she had no hair, tits out, covered nipples.
Yeah,
And then a sign that just said "Fat Broke Stripper needing."
retired stripper.
And people were like, "Hey, man, look, my wife's going to come down here in like 45 minutes with her kids," and I'm like, first off, don't ever bring kids to Vegas.
Oh,
And
jeez.
just because you're at Circus does not make it okay. But I
I mean,
mean,
I'm sure there are parts that are kid friendly.
yeah.
I mean, Oz and I went and ate at. I guess that was the other time when we were in Vegas for the. We went
The
to
Hookah
Hookah
convention.
Expo Worldwide, yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we were in Vegas. We went to Paris and we ate at the Gordon Ramsay steak.
Oh yeah.
It was real good.
I actually. There's another thing about Will. So Will and like, remember we went to that Mediterranean restaurant?
Yeah. That kind of it's
I
kind of
don't-
like
so Will to this day, like, and we'll talk about it. I still don't think he paid me back, but that's because I forgot too, and he forgot too. He keeps forgetting back.
All right, look,
Forgetting about it.
look into this camera with me, Oz.
Yes.
Are we on? Is it there? Will, get your shit together and pay Oz back, or else you're
No,
gonna.
I have no animosity towards that. 'cause
He-
it's like we've both.
I'm his
forgetting
anger
about it.
interpreter right now.
We've both
Anger-
He says,
forgetting about
"Fuck you, bitch! Like, pay me back."
who
No,
was that? That was
Key and Peele.
Obama.
Yeah, Obama's
Like Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went up on it was the
English translator, yeah.
reporter
Oh,
like dinner, whatever it
The
is.
correspondence dinner.
Correspondence dinner.
Oh
that one.
my
Did they
God.
have that?
They still do it. Trump didn't go for a couple of them, and so
Did
kind
Biden have
of
one?
people didn't really show him. Biden went, but who cares about that?
I mean, here's your come on, guys, ice cream.
Can't even read off a teleprompter, dude. Like, imagine trying to write jokes for that guy.
Dude, I love the conspiracy theory guys that go nuts about Biden.
Did you see him fall today? Dude, he took a mad fall at the Air Force Academy.
did he?
Oh, he like
he spoke?
basically,
'Cause I know
like, yeah,
Kamala Harris spoke
he
at West
basically,
Point.
well, no, but he was there. I don't know if he probably spoke if he was there, but
I mean,
he like shook somebody's hand and then tripped and fell like straight onto. Basically, his guy's like dementia heavy, dude.
well,
Like,
I mean, I saw one the
Secret
other day.
Service probably has their hands full.
Well, I saw one the other day, and it was like one of the What do you know what the type of helicopter? It's like the helicopter that brings the president onto the ground.
Marine One. I don't know
Marine
what
One,
it
yeah.
is, but it's the call sign for it. Marine One.
Yeah, Marine One. That's what I was thinking of.
Mhm.
It's like they bring Marine One in, and it's like late at night. Like, oh, that's weird. Are they bringing somebody in? And it's like this picture of them carrying a bag, and you can just tell that someone very badly photoshopped like like what they tried to put in, or what it makes it look like they're carrying out like an animatronic Biden, like just, and they're just carrying him. Or the people that think he's like somebody in a mask.
dude, what's up with the Democrats electing all of these like people who can't speak? Like what's that one guy from Pennsylvania?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the one that had a.
He had a stroke like
stroke
the
and he
day
got
before the primary.
Lost to one beat Dr. Oz.
Yeah, the one that beat Dr. Oz, Fetterman.
Fetterman, that's right.
Yeah.
Hey,
John
Dude, like, I saw a picture of him the other day.
He
of,
still wears
like,
a hoodie and gym
yeah, he's
shorts.
wearing a hoodie and gym shorts in Congress, like signing legislation, like standing behind people. It's the wildest thing, and we're supposed to pretend like it's normal.
How is Robert's rules even allowing that?
No, there's no Robert's rules anymore.
What's
There's
Robert's
no rules. Robert's rules of order. It's,
Yeah,
it's
it's
how
like
you're.
the-
It's
yeah.
decorum
I
and
gotcha.
and how
We're
like
adjourned, you know.
right. It's the way Congress communicates. But
Yeah,
he wasn't
supposed to.
in Congress at that time. He was
Ah, okay.
signing a bill like kind of off to the side, I think, or he wasn't signing it, but he was watching it get signed or passed or whatever. And
The only thing I heard bad, I mean, which I can't wait to watch the Trump DeSantis thing go on, because it's like you'll see the Republicans just absolutely. Oh wait, I thought we were friends. It's like no, hold on. It's like guys, don't let them. George Carlin said it best. It's all one big fucking club, and you're not in it.
Yeah.
yeah, well, I mean, but when
When's the
Trump,
first debates?
I don't know, the
End of the
RNC.
year, right?
RNC is not
game two
doing
for a
any
reason.
public debates this year. They refuse to do any. I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the DNC's like we're going with Biden. He's our candidate.
Yeah, but he has a primary opponent. Robert F. Kennedy out of
Oh,
California.
yeah, I
His primary
forgot.
opponent.
Forgot about the Kennedy.
Biden
Yeah.
has a.
Yeah, his primary opponent. Robert F. Kennedy out of California.
Wait, no, Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley's Republican.
Republican. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, she's in the race too. I listen when she was running in 2016. I was a big fan of her. I like her a lot. I read her book. She's great.
It's hard not to be.
Yeah, and the problem is
Kelly and
I don't.
Williamson.
She's part of kind of the establishment class, and that's the problem that Republicans don't like, right?
Yeah.
That's why they see DeSantis as kind of outside, but he's really just part of it.
Laughed one.
Right.
I heard one of the arguments against DeSantis is that he was autistic.
I'm probably autistic. Who gives a fuck?
Everyone's autistic.
Yeah, it's somewhere on the spectrum.
Hey, if everybody's autistic, then nobody's autistic. So that's how that works.
Yeah.
I think the dividing line is, can you drive?
Mm,
No.
Well, I
I
mean,
know
once you
some
become
people-
president,
Or is
they
it-
don't let you drive anyway,
Hold
so
on,
it
it's-
wouldn't affect any.
I know
Is
a
it-
couple that can drive, but he's functioning.
Would you sit in the passenger seat?
I've
Autism,
never driven with him.
dude. There's a lot of people with high functioning autism
Yeah.
out there.
But I mean, I've met a few. I'm not pretending like I'm not as ignorant as I am very ignorant of like a lot of it. But the way I've always felt like it's like they just like one guy that I knew very well. He was a high function kid, but he was not. He's not gonna drive.
I mean, listen, think about it this way: autistic people are really good at focusing on one task. If that one task at that time is driving, they'll do fine.
Yeah. I was waiting for Oz to say, "Well, my cutoff point is can they fly a plane?
Cutoff was what?
If you
Can
can
they
fly a plane, man,
I'm getting a little exhausted, so
it's all right, man. I
it's
just
getting late.
still can't believe how freaking like, dude. There's got to be a way we can make those small planes more affordable.
But how? What are you
Smaller
talking about?
people.
More affordable?
Well,
You just pull
I
an
mean-
engine out of a car.
it was a cheat code to be able to fly to Savannah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, dude, terrified. Look, Oz is
You
a
pretended
great
pretty well.
pilot.
You pretended pretty well. I did not think you were terrified at all.
Oz, you
I
can't-
kept looking back at you, and I gave the
I
thumbs
gave-
up. You're like, yeah, no.
I'm
good,
like,
yeah. Okay, he's doing good. There's no turbulence.
His cheeks are clenched.
Cigar cutter, man, just absolutely.
He
Like-
gets out of the plane. You just see the butt and the back
Sebastian was
sweat.
knocked out, which made me feel good about my flying.
Well, Sebastian also only had what 3 hours. God,
So he didn't have a choice. Is what it sounded
Dude, we
like.
flew over downtown Atlanta when he took me up.
Yeah.
That was at night, man. It's beautiful.
It is.
I'm really interested in the night flying. That would be really like the funniest
oh
part.
yeah, I haven't taken you up at night.
Yeah.
I should do that.
Like, I mean, the best part about it
I
was
took Banana Man up.
like, dude, but seriously, perfect flight. Absolutely, I needed some biscuits for the butter on the landing that he did. I mean, it was like it felt like the plane went like the butt was slinging, but then he just touched down. I was like, all right, cool, we're cool. And but dude, I mean, I was just like, look, the thing is, it's like the few little bumps of turbulence, I'd watch us go down like 25, like 30 feet, just meow. Oh, okay, cool, meow. And it was a few times. And I don't know, man. It's just like, ah! Like just
Did he let you steer?
no.
Oh no, he was in the
I was in the back. I was letting the. But the worst part is
He'll
also,
let you steer.
yeah,
That was rule number 1 when I went up. He was like, "Don't touch this."
Well,
Dude,
when we were taking off.
Either way, I still wasn't gonna touch it.
I feel like there should be a pretend yoke in the back.
Like if you passed out, maybe.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, like-
I might touch the thing you passed out.
no, if he passed out, I'm gonna let the plane glide.
No, I just love that.
Into the building.
I'm Arab, you know, it's
I should
in my
have
nature.
no,
done a
no.
better job of briefing you if you became incapacitated. At
no,
any
but
point what to do.
What was the
I'll
most?
do that next time.
What was the most annoying part?
Oh,
Is
let's talking about
no,
the
no, no.
emergency
There
landing
was
spot.
there was that freaked me out, but Seabass was just absolutely having a ball watching me lose my shit.
Appropriate.
See, I didn't even because you're in the back, so I didn't know you were losing your shit at all.
Well, it was literally just. All right, I'm good. Little bump, and we dropped like you said, we only dropped like a couple feet.
Yeah, and we were doing like 500. Like whenever we descended, it was like 500 to 700 feet. Per
But
minute,
it's like
so
you
it
gotta
wasn't that
understand,
fast.
like I'm like sitting there in the back, like this, and like if you sit into the seat, the headphones that you were wearing would hit the ceiling of the plane, and it's just.
Oh, that's why you were leaning forward. Okay,
Yeah,
I was wondering why you
like
were leaning
because you
forward.
do that, and you're like, well, this sucks. Then you lean a little bit further, and then you get that weird arch in your back. But what was really fucked up was
Your
how
mic
Steve.
wasn't working.
Oh well, yeah, my mic wasn't working, probably for the best. Like,
Heck yeah.
I mean, dude, it was just like. But every time I get comfortable, and all of a sudden, and 'cause-
Steve asked, was he really like losing his shit that much?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
well, and it's like so
I wish I would've
you and the instructor were in front of me, and I was on the instructor side. And the only thing is that the instructor's like, "Hey man, can you pass me the seatbelt?" Because it was behind, like right above my head, behind him, and so it passed it to him, and so there's that. And the one thing I had to keep telling myself is if shit hits the fan and, you know, like you just want to grab something, like it was in the same spot like the car's oh shit handle is.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if Azaz like passes out or like something happens and I freak out and I like freak out and pull the seatbelt so the instructor's like stuck to the seat and actually can't grab the yoke, I had nothing to grab on. Honest to God, if we had just bolted into the ground, didn't do anything yoke that I could just hold, I would have been so much better. I would have.
So no shit handle, basically.
Yeah, I just needed something to go. But like I said, great pilot, absolutely wonderful weather to fly in.
Have you ever seen the video of the guy? He's like a YouTube guy, and he's flying his plane over somewhere in like Midwest or in the West, in the mountains. Or
You're talking
something.
about the guy that bailed?
Yeah, and he bailed, and he had like a skydiving level parachute on.
Oh yeah, he got his license suspended.
Yeah, he got his license suspended. They're doing an investigation. He's probably going to go to prison.
Purposely crashed the plane
Yeah.
for YouTube.
Yeah, because the thing was he got permission. He asked at the FAA. The FAA denied him.
To crash
He
the
did it
plane?
anyway.
Wait, you can ask permission to crash a plane?
He said you. Common knowledge.
I mean, you might not get that permission, but you can ask.
But is there any reason they would approve it? It's like, hey, I'm in the middle of
No.
the Mojave Desert, and there's no one around for.
No, because you're gonna like spread crap out all over the place.
That's what I'm thinking. Like,
You know,
Yeah, no, there's no reason.
could
for them
start
to
a
approve it,
fire,
but
you
That doesn't
could-
mean you can't ask.
yeah, definitely.
That's my point. Like, you can ask,
You miss 100% of the shots.
You don't take?
but
Yeah.
they're not.
like
Like there's
Miami
two
Heat.
pilots. There were Red Bull pilots. What they
Yeah,
tried to do,
it's unfortunate.
and I think a lot of people
Sorry,
saw
that's why
this.
there's 7 games.
What they tried to do was, so they were in the air, and then they tried to switch pilots, like switch planes in the air. So one pilot left the plane, the other pilot left the plane. One of the planes crashed, but the other plane,
They got into it and actually landed it?
yeah,
No
and
fucking
then
way.
the other ones had parachutes. But they asked the FAA for permission. The FAA denied it. So the fact that they did it anyway, the FAA suspended their licenses.
Now, Oz, let me ask you a question. Two-part question. How much does a parachute cost? Like roundabout.
Yeah, you reuse them
It's
though.
a decent, I don't know, a decent parachute probably
Couple-
close
like
to
1,000?
Kinda
Yeah.
like- I feel like it's roughly the cost of like scuba gear.
It's an investment. I mean,
Yeah.
True.
Just
betting
like
your
scuba
life
gear.
on it. So.
Would you have been offended if I had shown up in a parachute?
No, I just have to make sure the weight would have been there.
Oh my god! I mean,
Dude,
dude.
it's a weight and balance thing, so no, it wouldn't have mattered.
I mean,
You're sitting in the back trying to get out of a plane in the back. That's
Yeah,
that
I
close to the
Wouldn't have been able
ground.
to
The
get out
one
anyway,
door, I had-
because there's literally one door.
yeah, I
in
had
the
to
back.
push. I would have to push Paul out of the way, kick his
Yeah,
off
you,
on the way
you
out,
have to push him out of the plane.
throw them out first.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my god!
I trust Oz's flying more than I trust you to pack your own.
dude. Same. It's
Yeah,
like-
he would just get it from the factory already packed, and he would just be like, "All right, that's cool."
But you
I'll
know
trust it.
Well, no, but you're still supposed
However
to check
many
it.
of these.
Yeah, I mean, I was like,
Exactly.
man, now the Illuminati knew I was going to have this parachute, so they're going to. And I mean, I'm so unimportant that they need to get rid of me. So
I still think it's funny that when I took Banana Man up, I found out later that his mom didn't know.
Yeah, no, none of my family knew.
Oh,
that
my
we were
wife didn't
trying to
know.
go
She
up.
still doesn't. She's gonna see this, and she's gonna be like,
I
"You went
was
up in that plane?"
I was thinking that,
Yeah, it's fine.
but I'm like,
Alright.
well, I mean,
I
ask for
agree with that.
forgiveness. If you die, it's not your real
Yeah,
problem.
Yeah.
yeah, no,
I mean,
that's what happens.
It's really my mom that was really like, "No."
no, really.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My mom doesn't.
so
She-
you guys aren't the. I have another friend of mine. Her parents were like, no, too, and
Yeah.
she's like, but you trust a pilot in a plane that you don't see,
yeah.
like when you go airlines, but you
yeah.
know
but,
this person.
but
you
to
know
be
this
fair,
person.
Oz, like they
I
have a
understand
lot
that.
more hours than
No,
you.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, like they were saying that, and I was like, yeah.
Well, I
That's
mean,
the reason
it's
she-
funny to me because for my 18th birthday, my birthday present was a skydiving. Like, my mom bought me a ticket to go skydiving.
Huh.
So
Which I think that's slightly more dangerous than a.
that's
plane
cool.
ride,
It was fun.
I
because-
mean,
I put down a deposit, and
You
never
know,
went back
you know.
for a second, like parachute. It's good for like 3 years. I did it in what was
I
it,
wanna get my
20,
skydiving
2017,
certification at
2018. So
one
it is what it is.
hey,
do enough
That's
of my
alright.
jumps
Yeah,
and
that's
then be
fun.
able to solo.
$50 they got for free.
Jesus, man.
Never
I don't know, man. It's just.
I'm
it's-
finally under the weight now that I can do it.
Yeah, dude, isn't that awesome?
Yeah,
To not pay more money. Also,
I will always be
My
over
gosh.
whatever weight limit it needs to be to skydive.
It's
No,
funny
thank
because
you,
like
'cause
you can continue to
50,
lose
yeah.
weight and it'll make your flights cheaper.
Oh yeah. Every 6 pounds is a gallon of fuel.
Yeah.
Damn, if you told me that, I'd gone on a diet before we flew. But I mean, dude, it's just, I don't know, man. It's being able to fly like that is a cheat code. And I mean, like, it, like, I want to be able to put that into when I get bookings and stuff. It's like, all right, you have two options. Either you can pay for a hotel or you can pay X amount, something equivalent to the hotel, and then I can use that as fuel money for us.
Well, but he's only allowed to charge half of the fare, right?
Yeah.
So like
Cash
he,
is, cash
Which
is
is
cash.
still fine because it'd be splitting it.
yeah,
I mean, look, I'm
Yeah.
just
you
saying.
get your hours. He gets
Exactly.
And it's like, hey, half off
You
fuel is
get
half
your
off.
hours, you get a donation.
Look, I mean, cash is cash. They can't say shit about it.
Well, no,
I mean,
it's
the
a
FAA can
regulation.
say-
Yeah,
The FAA can say shit.
That's why he
about
makes a
everything.
donation to your foundation.
Yeah. Or sorry,
an
clip it.
in-kind contribution. I mean, that's what they're trying to get. They try to get Trump on that.
Well,
for a
no,
while.
I can fly for
They're
charity.
saying that's his payoff for Stormy Daniel was an in-kind contribution. That's why they're trying to.
Wow, that's
Well,
hilarious.
yeah,
But he didn't pay her. Michael Lewandowski said he paid her. He went to jail for it, and now they're trying to put him in jail for it. So
I mean, dude,
Didn't I think in Georgia his indictment still hasn't come down, or has he been
for
indicted?
Trump, no, not yet.
Trump not yet? Okay.
yeah, I mean, dude, it's just insane though. I mean, you could just like the funniest part is like when we were in the clouds, there was nothing. Like, did he go through the clouds with you?
No,
Or you?
no,
It was the funniest
I
moment
can't go through the clouds. The only reason I was able to go through the clouds
because
is
of the
I had
plane we had in the
instructor.
plane. Yeah,
No, because I had the instructor with me.
I gotcha. I mean, there was just that moment where we're in a cloud, just flying, and then no turbulence. Felt. I literally thought I was in the back seat of a fucking like.
Well, but that's the danger of clouds, right? Like you just don't know. Like you have to pay way more attention to your
Well,
instruments,
that's why
right?
you have that's why it's instrument rated, and
Yeah.
you have air traffic control in your ear, and they're telling you if something happens, they're telling you to turn.
I actually do have a question.
Watch out for that mountain.
Yeah.
There.
Well, dude. Oh, when we took off. So there's two things when we took off. First off, right away, like takeoffs, I really don't have a problem with. It's always landings because I've had a couple of bad landings, not with Oz, but like specifically Austrian Airlines. They came down so fucking hard on the tarmac. All the overhead bins opened up, and that was
Oh, that's a hard landing.
That I mean, they say that about Ryanair in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, Ryanair operates here, right? I think
yeah,
a little bit.
Ryan,
But-
there's literally like a joke.
Yeah,
with
there's a
certain
running joke about
airlines,
it.
like they're like tornado. Like Southwest is a tornado, like in the
Yeah.
airport.
or I hear about how
Like if you look at the memes on Instagram and everything, it's hilarious.
where the memes
yeah, we're Atlanta company, Fly Delta.
Fly Delta.
Fly Delta.
Fly
Fly
Delta.
Delta.
I'm invested in Delta. Fly Delta. Please.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
That's
no,
cool.
same.
Dude.
We're doing it.
I have medallion points with Delta, which is how mine. Yeah,
Tell them.
that's
Tell them, Oz.
Do you want to hold on? Go ahead and get the metal card out, and I'll just put
Oh,
the.
I don't have it with me.
Dude, I do. I'm not even gonna lie.
It has
Oz-
numbers on it anyway. You don't want to show that.
Yeah, well, true that. But I was like, you did flex one time, and I respected it with the airline card. That
Oh, yeah, the
a
747
metal card. It was 747.
I think it was the 747. It was like the
But it's
last
a
one
metal
that was
card.
decommissioned.
Threw that shit down the
Yeah,
table.
it's
Ting,
nice.
ting. Oh, that's actually a airplane medal on that card. I was like, that's kind of cool. That is actually really badass.
Yeah, like they scrapped a 747, made the card out of it.
Out
It's
of it,
cool.
yeah,
That's
like
awesome.
70% of the card was made.
Oh
out of
man.
I mean,
you know,
limited
now
edition.
we got to tell the other card store that have.
Just imagine if we did that with the U.S. government. They could like all of those planes they have in that graveyard in the West. I forget what city it is. It's like one of those southwestern
yeah,
states.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but they just have like a plane graveyard. Imagine like if they just recycled all of those.
I mean, there's a million things. But what's this other card story?
Alrighty, so
Oh yeah, you weren't there. It was Yassine.
back to Vegas.
Vegas.
So we go out to brunch. All right, we're actually a little bit later than the main crew that's at brunch. We have a friend there. His name is Bill, and we're sitting down. We're eating, and Oz is. I love the level. He has like a level of luxury that's just it's hereditary.
Fair point.
And there's yeah.
Fair point.
Oh, man.
There are times to where he genuinely cannot fathom why other people don't just do this thing. And it's like, okay, dude, like I get you.
Why
and
don't you just-
it makes sense.
Start an LLC, write off so much
Why
stuff.
don't you just do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, why don't you just get your 9-year-old a business, but you can run the business and then they got credit going already.
Well, I mean, I will say there are a lot of people who are wise to the you can open a credit card with your kid's social security number thing. So
Exactly.
No,
So
you-
saying all this to say,
don't do it, by the way.
we start
ruin the
going.
kid.
We start going. He starts going in on our friend Bill, and dude, you might as well just upgrade to get this card. Like, and he's talking to me about it, and this is like the third time we've had this conversation.
Oh yeah.
And so he's like, I just don't understand. I don't just like the amount of time that he travels. Like it's gonna
makes
make sense.
sense.
You know, when you look at the yearly fees and compare it to the actual amount of time that you travel each year, you might as well just go ahead and get the reserve card. Because if the reserve card fees are $555, but each time you get to go into the Sky Miles Lodge, and the Sky Miles Lodge is $50 a person,
Well, the
but you get 2 people to
companions-
go in there. Whatever.
Companions.
Whatever. That's Exhibit A.
That's Exhibit A.
Point is, he's going in. He's going in. You know, you might as well get the and you get the companion certificate. Like I just don't get it. And I
You
go,
could call up the
hotline.
the concierge service,
And
and they'll
do
get you seats
everything.
any or whatever.
and so I look him in the eyes and I go, yeah, what a peon. He goes, I know.
And I didn't even know what a peon was, by the way, at the time.
Blindly agreeing with Banana
It
Man.
was like, I know.
Said what? Mildly green.
Just
banana?
blindly agreeing with
blindly
Banana Man.
Oh, I thought you said green banana man. I thought you were saying he was fresh to it.
No, but yeah, so it's just adamantly, and now I just find out you don't know. You didn't at the
Well,
time
I did have
know
one of
what
those things.
peon
I'm like,
was.
and I still do. I'm like, if it's a flight from longer than 4 hours, and this is after our Vegas trip, I was like, I'm
Well,
not.
Yeah,
I'm not- when we went to Alaska, and
we went
everything.
from Atlanta to
Atlanta.
Vegas
To
to
Vegas.
Anchorage back to Atlanta.
Yeah, but then we had layover because we had a layover in Seattle.
Well,
and
but
then-
there's no way to avoid it. Seattle's the only
Yeah.
way you can fly direct to.
But we had
Anchorage. You
layovers and
have to
everything,
stop
and
in
after
Seattle.
that flight, I was
fair.
like, anything over 4 hours, I'm going first class.
Yeah.
Like you're 3.5 hours. Anything over that, I am
Oh
going
man,
first class.
I mean, dude,
AJ
So
said
that's why
something
the
like that.
second time when I went to Vegas, it was
AJ
first
knows.
AJ knows. But yeah, no, that is it, dude. It's just hilarious, and the fact that he was just so like 100% like, I know, right? And I'm laughing, Yassine's laughing, and then he finally starts laughing because he like realizes everything that it was. It's like the high that he was on talking about this card. He finally realizes like, oh. I said that about our friend, didn't I?
Then
And
I
I'm
said
like,
that.
yeah, dude, you
Yeah.
totally, totally did.
But I mean, to be honest, the more I've hung out with Oz and his legacy family,
There you go.
Legacy.
I mean, dude, to quote his dad.
Very interesting.
Well, I made-
for
well,
us.
We've all heard that joke. Only two things are in life that are certain are death and taxes. Has anyone else heard that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I made that joke around your father. I said, death, yes. Taxes, no. And I was like, that's why I love you. And then he gave me the best quote ever. He's
We
like,
do pay taxes, just
yeah, no,
FYI.
I mean, they,
we pay our.
He,
Every-
he
everybody
files
here
his
pays
tax returns and they're 100% legal. It doesn't mean they pay taxes.
yeah, I mean, look, just because
we pay
he's,
sales tax, we pay
Yeah,
employment tax,
but you know, there's nothing wrong
Yeah.
with paying
road tax, we pay taxes.
Oz. It's okay. We're not going to get in all right, bring in the IRS now.
Yeah.
Like, swatted.
We got him.
I mean, they did just hire like
Armed
Uh,
IRS people
Was it
now.
80,000?
80,000, something
not,
like that.
was it 80? I thought it was 8. Maybe
Well,
it is
the IRS
80.
is armed agents now.
Yeah, and some of the positions they were posting were armed agents, which is
Like, are you
crazy.
willing
Why?
to
I don't
carry a
know.
gun?
But they're armed.
Dude,
I mean,
the fact that
well,
the
because-
people that put like tickets on your car aren't necessarily
Yeah.
armed.
Well, okay. So what I'll say is to be fair,
Parking Wars.
To be
the
fair.
reality
To be
TV
fair.
show.
the IRS are the people who took down Al Pacino, right?
Yeah.
So
No guns then.
eh,
They need more
That we
guns.
know.
Technically, an accountant took down Al Capone.
or Al Capone,
Al
Al
Pacino.
Pacino.
I was like, yo, I didn't know about that.
You never want to mess with
Man.
those three-letter.
I'm bad with
You
celebrities.
never want to mess with the three-letter organizations.
I hope we get rid of them
IRS,
all.
The FBI, the CIA.
BBC.
I hope we get rid of them
BBC.
all. You gotta get rid of them all.
You never
Hello.
want to mess with those.
Tonight on NPR News.
Yeah. Did you hear when Musk bought Twitter and then he like all of these publicly funded news organizations he put on their Twitter pages publicly funded news organization or government funded. That's the
Government, yeah.
Oh, no.
And they were all so pissed off. But it's true. I mean, like it's like either 40 or 60% of their income from the government.
Yeah, I mean, there's no
Taxes.
such thing as government funded. It's taxpayer funded.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Well,
There's no such thing as a free lunch.
I'll disagree because we pay for a lot of stuff that we don't have the money that the taxpayers didn't give them the money for.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know.
Like
you know.
all the COVID relief funds.
yeah, I mean the government's only good at two things. They're good at spending money and collecting money, and they're so good at spending money they do it before they collect it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it's,
if citizens do that, then you go down for fraud.
but I mean, man,
Ponzi scheme.
to quote Mr. P, God bless Mr. P. Like, he has taught me so much about just not like avoiding taxes, but hey, if you just put in this little bit extra work, like get an LLC, the all the other not co-ops,
The S corp,
S corps,
5.
all those things.
Yep.
It's like, hey man, like anyone out there, Sebastian, which camera are you on? I want to look at the camera in the eye.
Yay.
Get an LLC. Get a trust. Do something. You know how easy it is?
I mean, in Georgia, they're only $100.
I think it's Georgia 75.
75.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for someone to do it for you, I also do business consulting.
But good luck finding Oz because he doesn't want to give any of his personal
No,
information.
I'll give it on the next episode.
Ooh, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
It's cliffhanger.
Didn't mean to make it sound like that, but it did.
But yeah, no, I'm serious. But like, look into it. The one thing that bugs me more that I've learned, like to quote Mr. P, you're gonna learn this brown magic. And I was like, teach me.
All these things that he said, he doesn't
The
say
amount
that
of
around. It's hard for
times-
me to believe it.
The
but I
amount
know
of
he-
times that man has
It's
said
funny
that.
because if you said that, that would be like a gong moment.
Yeah.
I'm
But-
just saying. No, but it's like
It's funny.
It's so insane the financial literacy shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Crazy. They don't teach you any
They
of this.
don't. Everyone needs look.
You could go to
We're still on?
school for finance and you still won't learn this.
Yeah.
Find. No, I can't say that.
Well, I mean, anything
Find
that's anything that's free is not worth it, and that I
Yeah.
think that kind of includes school.
Yeah.
To some extent.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Like you don't learn anything.
I mean, how many of us these days? When we were talking with Josh, I don't know if we got it on the podcast, but we were talking about let's all pull together, buy a bunch of land,
Oh yeah.
all pay for like a couple of tutors to come in and homeschool everybody, so they
Well, that's what Musk
Oh,
does.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but yeah, he has like
Yeah,
10
right.
kids or whatever. But
I mean,
he
dude.
could put all of his kids in a private school of
He's
their own.
fertile.
Yeah. I mean, he has 2 kids with some Tesla exec that
yeah.
he had kids with her, but apparently they didn't like have sex or anything, right?
That's what's up.
He donated his
Bluetooth?
biological material,
Oh,
and she had 2 children. She had 2 kids with his material, but technically they're not his kids because
Is that how Michael B. Jordan has all these baby mamas?
I
Or
don't
are
think
those,
so.
like-
I think
no, I think that's just
natural
appreciative
means.
fans.
Michael B. Jordan.
Are you talking about Usher, or are you talking
No,
about?
no, not the other Michael or
Are you talking about Michael
actor?
Jordan or Michael
No,
B.
no,
Jordan?
the
or...
actor.
The guy from
Yeah.
not Black Panther.
Oh, it's not
No,
the
he
actor.
wasn't
No,
that
it's
guy.
not.
It's not.
Is it Nick Cannon, dude?
It's
You're thinking
Nick Cannon.
Yeah. Oh, Nick Cannon. That's a different story.
Also,
Nick I mean,
that's
he did.
what I call autoerotic asphyxiation.
He did
There we go.
marry.
Sorry, I
He
was
did
saying that
marry
Mariah Carey, and then
Right.
she divorced him,
Mhm.
and then he got ripped on it on Wild and Out for like a
Yes.
year.
I think he still gets ripped on it.
I mean, he gets paid for every joke, so
Yeah,
let it happen.
I mean,
Yeah.
dude, God, so much in that.
I mean, what was the J. Cole line? It was like, I get paid, it's like $7,000 every word or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
You make money.
what was that? Oh, it's a bottle. But man, you know what's funny is I actually remember we went to, I want to say it was opening game. Were you there for Georgia's opening game that one year and Ludacris was singing?
Maybe.
Like I remember what it was is 1 year we went to opening. I think it was either G Day opening game or something. Like it was the game where they invite some poor small school. Like they pay him like a couple $1 million.
Oh yeah, I was there.
You said Braves game?
No,
No,
Georgia
no,
game.
Georgia
Oh.
UGA.
I was there.
It was just insane. Like you pay these schools to come, like beat them up and everything. Oh shit, where was I going with that? What were we talking about? Just for I had
Like
some-
all these people making money for their kids and stuff. And
Oh, I was talking about Ludacris. Ludacris got paid some like ridiculous like amount. I think it was a couple 10,000 grand. It might have been like 20, 30 grand. Shows up, does 3 or 4 songs. And then what was funny is everyone was ripping on him on the radio afterwards because he had all these outrageous backstage demands. Like, like shit like, I just want green M&Ms.
so, okay. So what I'll defend the green M&M thing actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this like a red dye number 5 thing?
No. The green M&M thing was, I forget what band it was, but they put it in their rider, and the reason they did it was just to make sure they had like 10 hours of setup they had to do before every show.
Yeah.
And so they wanted to make sure that whatever company it was that was doing the production, if they went in and they saw they had M&Ms but they weren't green M&Ms, they knew that the rest of the stuff wouldn't be set up the way
because
they
they didn't
wanted
read the notes.
Wow.
Yeah, because they didn't read it well enough.
Well, I apologize, Ludacris.
No, I mean, I don't know about Ludacris
Yeah.
specifically.
Well, actually, now
but
a lot of celebrities might do that because that makes sense.
yeah, like you have to make sure
If
that
they
they're
don't
reading
take
the
fine
writer.
print,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like if they can't read, hey, all green M&Ms, they probably also didn't read no peanut butter.
Yeah, but it makes sense once you get to a certain level, right?
Yeah.
Because you have to make sure if you're putting on multi-million-dollar productions and you're charging fans $400. I mean, Taylor Swift made $1 billion in
Bro,
10 minutes. So
Don't get me started on Taylor Swift.
Like-
I am so over. Look,
oh,
I'm
my
so-
wife went to the concert.
Good for her. Like that's
Yeah.
awesome that she did that. I'm
On
just
the day that they were doing the Hawks game.
Yeah.
and,
Oh,
like, on that day.
No, she went on Sunday. The rest of my family went on Saturday.
Oh, I thought it was.
Yeah,
on
no,
that day.
because like I forget there was the Hawks game, there was a concert, and there was another there
Janet
were two different-
Jackson.
Janet
Yeah, it's Janet
Jackson,
Jackson, the Hawks, and then
And then the Taylor Swift.
I'm sorry, forgive me. I don't mean to be insensitive. I thought she was dead.
it's fine. I mean, dude. I mean, she's
No, that's somebody else. I think I know who you're talking
that's her
about.
brother, Michael.
No, Michael Jackson.
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. Is
Ah.
dead, yeah. Janet
Well,
Jackson.
let
is
me
still
see.
alive.
Maybe she is alive. We don't want to kill anyone.
Whitney.
No, Whitney's
definitely
Whitney
dead.
is dead. Okay.
Janet was in Atlanta not too long ago.
Because Whitney, like way back when in the '90s, Whitney Houston actually used to be one of our customers for the limo company.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Little humble brag.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was gonna say is like, dude, Taylor Swift is amazing in the sense of how like she's absolutely got the business on
Yeah.
her, wrapped around it. I listened to I walked or I was flipping through the radio, 3 different channels had Taylor Swift on at one time, and I was so fucking done. I was
The surprising thing about that story is you still listen to the radio.
dude, sometimes you got to.
Fair
Look,
enough.
I got Spotify Premium. I ain't no poor. What color's your Bugatti?
You see his interview with BBC?
Oh no, I haven't.
He did an interview with BBC, and the lady comes into his house and she's talking to him, and she said something like, she starts talking to him about his allegations or whatever. He's like, I can't talk about it. It's an active case, right? Like,
Yeah.
there's just some stuff I can't talk about. And it gets to a point where he's like, listen, I know you think you have all the power because you're from Legacy Media, but you're in my home. You came here. I let you come here.
Like
for this
you were in
interview."
my house now.
Right.
said
Like,
this?
it's
Tate.
Andrew Tate.
Change. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, I let you come into my house. You don't have the power here. And it's like, all right, man, I respect it. Like, I get it. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he's being mean to another woman, whatever. So it is what it is. But
I mean, I think
Sounds like equality to me.
I mean, the best thing
I go back and forth with Andrew.
I mean,
don't
the best way of just,
I mean, but that's how you have to treat everybody. There's nobody that's 100% good and there's nobody that's 100% bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm a huge Trump fan, right? But there's
We're
a lot
canceled.
of...
Okay.
I'm canceling. You guys are.
Yeah.
Whatever. But there are a lot of things that he does that are great, and then he opens his mouth.
yeah.
Yeah, that's. I still think like had Trump learned to keep his mouth shut.
No, he didn't.
No, had he?
Had
Oh,
he?
had he?
Yeah.
Okay.
learned to keep his
I
mouth
was
shut.
gonna say no, he didn't.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
wait,
did.
wait.
He would
So-
have been elected. He would have been reelected.
So why, if you can't do impressions, but Trump's one of your favorite people, what's up with that?
He's not one of my favorite people. That's a stretch. But
I
there-
misquoted you.
No. Politician.
bad.
I don't think
Quote
I have any politicians who are any of my favorite people.
But I'm saying, like,
Uh,
so can you do a Trump impression?
no,
Oh,
He can do the Trump impression. He just doesn't want to. He can do
no.
the best Trump impression anybody ever.
Listen, guys, I have a political career I want someday. So
oh, that's what you.
no,
you
it's,
don't-
it's not really for that reason.
I was about to say if you don't want to and you can't.
No,
I'm
I'm just awful at impressions.
You just got to practice, bro.
You got to practice.
I don't have enough time in the day.
Well, you only work 6 jobs. You can't find a little.
Well, I quit one of them.
oh, so
I'm
5.
I'm only half day at the restaurant now. So
Dude,
And then the rest of it's YouTube.
YouTube.
Well, YouTube and well, I mean, I do a lot of. I probably spend like 40 hours a week on YouTube, but a lot of it is just me listening to stuff while I'm at work, right?
Oh,
so you know, in between calling customers, I'm in general contracting now. That's my main gig. Banana Man to the dome.
to the dome.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's awesome. I think the
Miami.
Yep. That explained that.
And this is why. That's why Miami's gonna lose the series.
They're not going to lose the series.
they're just gonna lose game 1.
They lost game 1, baby. That's why we got 7 of them.
No, I think if they come back and they win tomorrow, or they play tomorrow or day after, I think day after, right?
Either day after
So-
or day after that. They might
But
go 2 days in between.
If they win game 2, I think they have a really, really good chance at winning the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah. Jimmy Buckets collapsed. Huh?
Jimmy Buckets.
Could you imagine if like football was played like on a series thing, like where basketball you play 2 days later? Or
Yeah.
the next
Die
day, it's like a
faster.
baseball.
Right. Yeah. Like the amount of concussions would go up exponentially.
But
Right.
I kind of am on the bandwagon with NBA and Major League Baseball having less games.
Well, Major League doesn't have less games. They have more games.
No, I'm saying like they should.
Oh,
Like,
well, I mean,
But why?
so I mean,
They get paid a lot of money.
yeah, I know.
I mean, the reason MLB pays their players astronomical amounts is because, like, Shohei Ohtani's probably going to get a $700 million contract for
As he
11
should.
years.
yeah, I mean,
But the only reason they do it, the MLB makes more money than any other sport. And the reason they make more money than any other sport is because they play so many more games.
well, I mean, I've been to like those matinee games and stuff. Like that's
Yeah.
a 2 a.m. or not 2 a.m.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. on a Wednesday,
Yeah.
and I'm just like half. But I mean, that's maybe the business side of it, where it's like, hey, we can get it.
Well, I mean, if
I
you're going to
have-
play if you're going to play the A's at home, I mean, I know they just lost 2 games to the A's, but
That's
if you're going to play the A's at home, right? Like,
dude, the Oakland A's
who
videos.
cares?
Have you
Nobody's
seen
gonna
those?
no, but they're getting ready to move to Vegas, right?
I mean, I
They
think
just
so.
they just paid for land in Vegas, so they're moving. I think they're moving the team to Vegas.
Well, dude, they got to, because the videos I've been seeing of the Oakland A's stadium just absolutely empty, and then like there's no one around, and then the poor security guards still
Is
have
this
to.
the same Oakland A's that they showed on Moneyball? The movie?
I don't know. I never watched the movie. I don't watch movies.
Oh, one that sounds correct.
With,
Could be.
What was that actor?
I don't know.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, Moneyball was Brad Pitt and
Brad Pitt.
Jonah Hill.
If there was a Moneyball movie with Neil deGrasse Tyson, it'd be about Mars.
I would love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of aliens and Mars and stuff, I heard a really good take on what we think, or a new perspective. So people are always thinking aliens are out of world and like extraterrestrial coming out from like the third, fifth dimension or whatever. And someone I heard the other day said, what if there are no aliens? It's just us from the future coming back to like fill in plot holes.
Listen, it would explain a lot of the what are they called, the Mandela effect moments.
There you go.
Dude, don't even get me started on
Yeah.
that. Like, yeah, no, we just went to a different timeline or a different dimension. This is actually the third Earth programming.
That Monopoly guy
Yeah,
has
Monopoly
a
man.
monocle, dude.
Oh,
He had a fucking
He
monocle.
had a monocle.
He did.
no,
Yeah.
No, apparently not.
Never.
He had a monocle.
never had a monocle.
Now, is
He
that...
had-
Same with Pringles guy, by the way, never had a monocle.
Never had.
But the Mr.
The
Peanut
Monopoly
always had a
guys
monocle.
Had the
Hmm?
monocle.
That's what he's.
The Peanuts guy has a monocle.
And
Yeah.
Pikachu had a black stripe on his tail. No? No? Am I alone on that one?
Right.
No, I mean, I have heard the theories.
Sebastian's like, I'm not dying on the hill with you.
Yeah. No, a lot of people believe that, though.
I mean, well, like
Yeah.
the monocle, I was like, well, no, that's always been Mr. Peanut.
Let me ask you guys this one. All right. So when you draw a dollar sign, one line or two?
Two.
It depends.
Pause. What?
On what?
Yeah.
How much money it is?
No, Mexican pesos are singular, and American dollars are 2.
AJ, what'd you say?
Canadian dollars are 1 as well. Yeah,
2 strikes down the...
it's just 1. But
Look at your
in
phone.
Canada,
Look
here
at
I
your
think
phone.
it should be 2.
Look at your phone.
Okay, good.
No, it's 1 on the all your apps and stuff, but that's just because that's how apps have been coded, not because it never was 2.
Money sign for peso. There it is, pesos.
Yeah, it's just 1.
1 strike.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now look at your keyboard.
But yeah, the keyboard's always had 2.
The keyboard has 2.
Oh, that's 1!
Yeah, it has 1. Yeah, it has 1. But
We have
listen,
fun.
just because culturally we've accepted on devices that it's 1 doesn't mean that
Maybe-
it's always been 1.
and that
People
could-
have been doing 2 for a long time.
And that could just be because it was cheaper to code that way.
well, I don't know. I think
I'm
probably
scraping the barrel.
I think probably it did have something maybe to do with typewriters only having a certain amount of, like, you don't want to spend too much ink on.
Sure, that may be. But oh my god, I don't know. The Pikachu one got me pretty good. The Bernstein Bears,
Bernstein Bears or Berenstein Bears.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the Mandela effect is. I'm like,
It should be the Berenstein Bears.
It's like, because
Yeah.
it all started when Mandela got buried and everybody thought, oh, I thought he died like 6 years ago. Like, that was legit the Mandela effect. That's where that came from.
I mean, dude, I don't know. Sometimes I don't subscribe to a lot of conspiracy theories.
Shame on you.
Well, but I love listening to them.
Okay.
I'm like, hey, I'll hear you out.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the Mandela effect's a good one. Or I love the moon landing guys. Those are the funny, like, NASA dudes.
We never win.
I don't know.
what they say.
I'm torn on the moon landing one, actually.
Well, they make a very
super fair.
I mean, like, I remember this one video. They're talking. It's like a video podcast, just 2 guys talking with some NASA
Yeah.
people, and they're like, "Look at this photo of the satellite of the Earth." Like, does it not look? I think they're. I'm not a flat
Well,
earther yet, but
Part of no, I don't. I'm in it yet.
I don't know, man. I'm making good points.
No, I think the astronaut moon boot thing is kind of valid. I don't think anybody's ever explained that one 100%. Like the bottom of the boot is different than the impression that they left on the moon.
I don't know. Well, the thing, or like you've heard, like NASA has like a $600 million a day budget or something like that.
NASA,
it's something obnoxious.
NASA's budget's probably like $600 million a year.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's been cut
Yeah.
severely.
They get cut. They got cut a lot. But
I mean,
but with the moon thing, I think we actually went, and I think what happened is
We saw
they
the moon
landed
base.
and the camera didn't work because they didn't like think about it being in space or something
and they
or
couldn't
whatever,
waste all that money to get
Right.
there.
and then not have footage.
Yeah, I mean that's a fair point. It's like, but I guess that's just pride at that point. Like,
Yeah.
we can't tell them that.
Well, I
we
mean,
didn't
it was
go.
all part
Gotta
of the
beat the
Cold
Ruskies,
War.
right?
It was all part of the Cold War, right? So like,
Yeah,
it had to be. We had to show evidence that we were there to beat the Russians.
As much as
Or
I'm
the
enjoying this,
USSR.
I think I'm gonna tap out for tonight.
I got you. What time we at, Seabass? 2:25.
Yeah,
All right, well,
I'm gonna tap out.
tap out. We'll wrap this up in like the next 15 minutes because I want to talk about the moon landing just a little bit more.
Cool. And I'm gonna.
What are your parting words? What do you want to tell the world as they go throughout their week? What they should focus on?
Make sure you're surrounded by friends who are okay with you tapping out on podcasts like this if you're tired.
Yeah, man, we're just gonna let you
Like-
tap out, talk shit when you're inside. It's all good.
If you're interested in
And that are honest for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're interested in credit card information, hit up
And-
hit up Oz.
We'll have
And
that.
friends that will help you.
It's starting to sound like one of those
what is
crypto
it,
scams.
Good.
Yeah.
help you stay grounded before life grounds you.
There you go.
Mhm.
So, but all right, everyone have a good night.
Oz coming to an airport near you.
Yeah, I
soon.
know. That's. I was gonna say wise words from a pilot.
All right, brother, get some sleep.
Yeah.
You get-
Good to see you, Oz.
What did you say the other day? Every pilot has a even amount of landings and takeoffs except for once.
Until they don't. Yeah.
Every pilot should have.
Well, I mean, but you could be in a plane. You could let the instructor do the takeoff, and then you do the landing. But do you both get credit for it? Plot holes.
All right. He's almost
Landing bug.
He's almost out.
Dude, whatever it was went up my nose. It's inside
Oof.
of me. It was quick.
But yeah, so this moon landing thing.
It's like Peter Griffin when he was a strawberry, and that caterpillar goes up inside him.
AJ, do you want
It is.
to take his spot? Yeah, dude. AJ, jump in. He's like, nah, man, you haven't unlocked this character yet.
This works. This works.
But I mean, what was crazy is, like, I think, that's actually a really good theory that you have. It's like maybe we went there, the camera just got broken. Because, I mean, it's 1967? 69? No, 69 was when.
Was that 5? Do you guys remember that Even Stevens movie about it? We went to the moon in 1965.
Jesus Christ, you just pulled a memory out of my head that I didn't know I had. Even Stevens, dude.
Even
The
Stevens.
movie.
That's when Ren, and then she just like dreamt that whole day.
Dude, that's insane. But these two guys were talking to the NASA dudes, and they're like, look at this satellite image. Look at it. How can you not explain this? And then they're like, well, look, it's just, and they're like, hey, hold on, guys, wait. Okay, so that satellite image, that's actually our front yard and a camera on a mirror that we just flipped upside down. And I was like, we don't have any budget. Like, you tell me. And so that's what their like thing was. But damn it, you see, that's
I don't know. It's there are theories out there, right?
like my American pride makes me want to think that, of course we can do it.
Well, I mean, there's two answers. You ask any two people for an opinion on the polar extremes, and they'll give you your answers, and the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, right?
Fair enough.
So it's
It is what it is. But man, I don't know. We'll figure out and discuss that a lot more. But I guess in the wrapping this up, you seen what was the name of the hookah lounge? Like, did you have one picked out yet?
I would still give Sultana a try. I still go there from time to time.
No, like when you do the second,
when I do mine.
Trademark.
Oh.
trademark that.
Trademark.
I own the LLC with
Oh,
the
okay,
name.
good.
So
Okay.
But it's like the
I
name
was
of
about
the
to say, I don't know if you want to.
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't ever worked with trademark, so it's probably something I need to do. But the company name is Noor Lounge.
Nora.
Noor, Noor. So in Arabic it means moon. And it's my grandmother on my Egyptian side. She's Grandma Nora.
Oh yeah, I should probably point out at the beginning of the when we started out, we were playing an Egyptian song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Habibi,
Yeah, just so people are like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is Jared on? Like,
No, you're good.
but oh man, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, so I have that side of my family. I didn't discuss any of my American families. They're actually pretty funny. There's a lot of military people on my American side. My mom was Air Force and stuff.
There'll be more episodes.
yeah, we'll get you on some more. But yeah, I mean, so Noor.
Yeah, Nara is a lounge that already exists.
That's right. So Noor, you're gonna call it Noor Lounge.
Noor.
Lounge?
Yeah, Noor Lounge.
It's gonna come. It's gonna happen one of these days.
One
man.
of these days we'll make it happen.
Look, I mean, you and your wife are balling, working hard.
We just had all our roommates move out.
Oh well,
So, starting to have to pay rent on our own. It's kind of
Well,
fun.
who wants to live
Or
in a house
the
with
mortgage
some
anyway.
newlyweds?
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we want to start trying to have kids, so.
Yeah, it's gonna get noisy.
Mhm.
But I mean, dude,
We have 2 dogs. One of the roommates bought 2 dogs. He bought 2 Goldens, and we were like, no, get the fuck out.
yeah, so that's not cool.
So
2 golden
yeah, he decided I've never been a dog owner. Let me get 2.
while I'm in a house of other people.
He paid like $5,000 a piece for him, dude.
Oh wow, Hero was about to make a joke about him getting a deal, so never mind.
Never mind. For goodness. But yeah, dude. But I think it's awesome that I literally only spoke hookah when you're making it. So
I appreciate it.
I appreciate you being a master at the hook. And I mean, dude, let's make it happen. And let's get your hookah lounge started. Let's get you out there. Let's get you that $1 million in the bank account so you can get that second wife. And
Oh man, I don't know if I could handle it. That's one step too many.
yeah, like you said, off camera, your wife Anna is more than enough. She's a great woman.
She's a great lady.
But yeah, dude.
I think I said it on camera actually.
maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
We've been talking a while.
Yeah.
That way you know it's real.
But anyway,
That's
man, Banana Man, do you have any parting words?
Any parting words? Floss your teeth. Unless you have dental insurance, floss your teeth.
Well, even if you have done one.
Okay, wait a minute. This is my okay. Anyway, so floss your teeth. Use the floss picks if you want to. If you want to get one of those water ones, you can, but watch out. I don't actually have any recommendations for brands, but floss your teeth.
Water pick's good.
Yeah, that is a thing.
I have one.
I mean, no, I believe in it. I believe in flossing. I believe flossing and doing all that stuff is
When's the last time you flossed?
this morning.
Ooh.
To be 100% like, yeah, no, I'm terrified of like the idea of one day my teeth falling out
Preach.
like that.
Ending up on Fulton Industrial.
Yeah, I mean, we're not there yet, man. But
Yeah.
but anyway, we appreciate everybody. Sebastian, which camera are you on right now? Main one? Thank you, everybody, for being here. Hopefully, this grows into something exponentially beyond any of our wildest dreams. If you guys have any comments, please comment. Let us know if there's somebody interesting that you think would actually be willing to do a podcast with us. We'd love to. We're trying to grow into everything else. We're a strange herd of wonderful, wonderful people. And we hope you guys will enjoy us many times. So like I said, it's a Strange Herd podcast. Stay strange out there, guys. We'll see you next time, alrighty? Thank you so much. And thank you, Yassine, Banana Man, and our departed Oz. So, I mean, we'll see you next time. Oh, man.